packs when his mind is clear.
My man's got PSA 7 grippers. I'll tell you what, man. He'd be clutching these cards like his life depended on it. Jesus.
Man, it's such discipline from
Oh my god,
no
you guys can see the game. Dude's about to be punked.
Or anything like that.
Oh my god.
That stay medium, that would also catch a jump as well preemptively.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, at any moment it could be a medium that does ring out. It's Punk that beats NuckleDu to the button, and now just punishing it outright. The dive kick, NuckleDu trying to check the walk back.
Oh, Punk.
Oh, the continuation. Oh, that would have been godlike.
Yeah,
oh no.
Say, how much is Dude gonna make happen after this? Tried to DI because that's just our natural instinct, right? That's what we naturally react with, but unfortunately didn't have the help to survive.
Excellent choice there from Punk to even like resort to that DI because of the life deficit, or at least the one-touch scenario against NuckleDu.
Yeah, exactly. If he gets perfect parried right there, yeah, significant enough life lead. Didn't really have to worry too much about it.
Exactly. And even letting go of super, totally fine.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with super. Oh, that's what we were talking about, right? Starting to harass with that stay medium kick a bit more. It beats jumps and dive kicks.
That's true. These guys have a lot of history with each other, man.
At that neutral range. Oh, landed rip again here. Dude, and then again,
they'll still have to go to the rubber match. Who wins?
Oh, we do get the whiff punish. Oh, again. Jackie again.
Yeah, he's been so accurate.
He's dead.
Though,
with a pixel. Punk, man, still the god.
You see how Punk just goes straight into the super now?
Yeah, he dies there, right?
He was like, I am not doing any type of fancy extension after the hooligan. He was like, directly into the super. We ain't playing. Put the dub on the board.
I'm sure Punk said the exact same thing. He's like, I'm not trying to mess around with my drive gauge.
He even smiled and looked back and whatnot. He knew. He was like, I ain't trying to do no extension, no nothing. Like, I understand now what the optimal damage is. It's hooligan, super. Nothing in between.
Yeah. If anything, that's definitely a clip of FlyQuest. He's like, he's evolving.
Yeah, exactly. The evolution.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, Punk. Still chatting with his crew back there, of course. Him and Psycho, you already know, have an incredible rapport.
I do miss being able to hear like the chatter coming in from like the bench, from the teams. And granted, it is live after all, so like some of these things, I don't know what they'd be saying sometimes, but thankfully enough.
You gotta understand, we don't have the decorum of the Europeans and the Japanese, all right? Us Americans, we're liable to say anything on the live.
That is correct.
So I get it. Hopefully, you know, we can find some type of happy middle ground in the future, but right now, of course,
I don't know, my camera's just in a bad mood, dude.
Full effect for this potential game-ending
I'm
match.
working on it, alright, guys.
Still got the 2-1 lead.
Forgive me. Welcome if you're just joining us now. Anyway, we're live with it. High quality Street Fighter League restreaming. You guys know, only the finest restreaming occurs on this channel.
I'm quite blinded by the colors of Maya's outfit.
Yeah, it's interesting. Right now, though, both players here. I love Punk starting to harass with the stand heavy kick a bit more, right? Recognizes the range that Dude wants to play at, throws the parry as well. It's a great start. Oh!
Attempt at possibly a perfect parry, right? NuckleDu not going to let go of any sort of that meter. It should be a pretty decisive round to start for Punk. You already know it. Locking it down. First round of game forward.
Yes, indeed. Nice stuff from Punk. With that first round. And Dude, I don't know if he would have tried the super if he had the chance back, but I kind of like him just waiting. It was a big deficit. Would have had a lot of burnout meter to work through. So right now, he's got all the meter.
This webcam is such a piece of work, man. It works when it feels like it.
In his back pocket because he didn't spin it in the last round.
Where can I put myself? It'll look good.
Hella chip damage against Punk, by the way, from the drive gauge.
Bruh, the drive gauge is getting assassinated in this game. Oh, and again. Oh, and I love that. Sticking out the liking to prevent Punk from challenging before the bounce.
Delay, I like
the
it.
Control coming in from NuckleDu
was
insane.
In jail. Yep.
Oh, look at the harassment's right there. Oh, and again, the punish counters
Level
there.
3?
Medium kick into the link.
I would have spent it, dude. This is Punk.
Harassment as well. Puts the man down and throws him before the bounce. 2 on set point.
Brother, Punk had to hold so much of that and just lost so much of that drive gauge. And like it led to a moment where Punk, I feel like even if he got a single hit, wouldn't allow him to go into a driver. That would put him into burnout and also not guarantee the positioning. And now the level 1 coming in from NuckleDu, really trying to hammer it in very early in terms of like pushing Punk to the corner, extending his combos to, or at least letting the fans rock. But luckily enough, that punish counter, the trademark sweep, coming in from Punk to get that side switch.
We saw Punk, he went through 3 or 4 miles in a row at the Chengdu Major. So he knows the matchup well, but right now, Do being more than he can handle.
Oos. Now, the dump out of damage towards the drive gauge, insane, by the way. A lot of fierces, a lot of heavy spin knuckles, or just like spin knuckles in general, excuse me.
You see Punk, he's respecting the option for a reversal super right now. He hasn't been going too ham. Let's get the counter hit there, but drops it into the DI. It ends up all working out for Punk the God in the end.
Oh my God.
We're going to a game
We're
5.
going to a game 5,
I wonder
dude.
if that was intentional, to kind of let that rock a little bit because of like how much NuckleDu has in the tank. And NuckleDu is definitely inclined to show off something as a reversal majority of the time. So it's totally understandable that Punk would actually go for that drop, or that reset, I should say specifically.
Yeah, you could tell, right? He was waiting for Punk or for Do to do a reversal super in those instances. He wasn't just trying to smother people as we see during burnout pressure. He was really taking some time to allow himself to block between gaps. Didn't want to get caught slipping because he knew, right? It was set point for NuckleDu, and he didn't have too much health to work with. As he
having a bad time. Does not want to let this webcam
one of his favorite competitors to play against.
He's definitely, NuckleDu is definitely readjusting his seat. He's like, don't be smiling next time. I don't want none of that.
Love seeing some sneak overs. And you can see it, right? Punk a little bit shaky, but that's just the atmosphere of SFL and not playing just for yourself, but playing for your team, right? And all the people that you legit are homies with and have love for.
I have never seen it be this recalcitrant.
Just as much as you're trying to get your own.
I have trouble. I've spent more time troubleshooting this webcam than interacting with my own mother, and I have never seen it be this problematic.
It's definitely like the passion for playing for your brothers and your sisters.
Oof. Very sharp angled dive kick, able to get that link. No follow up on the lift, or at least no upper, I should say. Forward throw now, Punk. What's going to be the option? At least, forcing NuckleDu to pay that tax. He does successfully jump out at the cost of a couple bits of life, but now the low forward exposure.
Yes, indeed. That was a good look from Punk right there. And again, right, the double jab into the dive kick, the classic. We all reversal buttons in this game so much, but before I get into my diatribe, all right, there we go. We all reversal buttons so much in this game, right? Dive kick is going to remain a potent tool just because it dodges a lot of the crouch medium kicks and whatnot that people like to press after the light string.
And now what do we do as NuckleDu? Right at the deficit. Punk pretty much bringing it all the way back now, looking at Magic Point. Does check the walk back, is NuckleDu, or does NuckleDu, excuse me. Level 1 off of the target combo. What's the pressure going to be like? A couple of lights. Punk actually
Come on, dude.
out of the way.
I at least want a rubber match since I missed most of it. I at least want to see.
Oh, help me! That's a punish.
You can't play against my dude. Don't you know that? Come on. You're Punk the God.
No trade combo afterwards, but
ooh, nice shimmy, Jimothy. We're going all the way, man. Come on, dude. You can do it.
Again, both players, bro, showing the respect, right? This is the final round between the two. If Do wins, we go to that tiebreaker match. If
you
Punk
really
wins,
couldn't do that.
Okay.
I know, it's a big difference maker, dude.
Nice and early.
To go all this way, and then I think the ground count in the game count do count for something, but not much. The standings had to be completely tied at the end of the season.
From both ends.
All this counts for nothing for Do if he doesn't bring it home. That's pain. That's painful, dude. I guess it's the same as a singles tournament. I think he could have handled that as well. What do I know? He's waiting for the green shit. Goes under. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like spinning it there a lot. Because now it puts him where he's like on a pixel. Well, not a pixel. I stand corrected. Delay. Now this is it. Guess for the set. Delay. I love it, dude. Dude, dang.
To bait out the flinch.
Punk can bleed, man.
Does the heavy lifting from there. Well done from Do, establishing the throw.
Hey, we got an ad coming up on Twitch. Thanks for hanging out if anyone's actually here, man. I'm gonna fix my webcam. If it's the last thing I do, man, I'm gonna fix this fucking webcam.
A little celebration pop-off opening, you know?
It's like you won. You can come back to the card.
We should be back in time for the next set. So there we go.
You earned it.
Capcoms, don't sue me.
That's a good one right there. But due to that, we are getting one of our tiebreaker matches, our only second tiebreaker match of the event so far. We saw the first one yesterday, also involving Shopify Rebellion, where Jack was able to clutch it out, and now he's going to have another opportunity to do exactly that.
Don't let Jack do it again, by the way, as we get through this replay. If Jack
he's going to be so pleased with himself.
If he scores another W, he's going to go right to the NuckleDu table and he's like, yo, boss, you see what we did again?
Yeah.
Did you see what we did again?
What we did.
Do you realize? Do you
Two men. What can two men do against the world?
Jack's a real mean person sometimes, but I love
just
him.
a man.
It's not even mean. It's definitely in jest, but he's got quite the humor on him.
Yeah, it's just funny, like, hearing any type of, like, flame, even though it's not serious, come out from him.
Is there any chance of this
Funny, yeah, incredible clutch
webcam coming on? Like, is there any chance on the planet that it will just work?
Built it back to a final round. There was so much momentum on his side for Dew to show the composure of the world-class champion that he is. Like we talked about, right? It really feels like Dew is back in prime form here. Felt like he was struggling a little bit in like season 2, couldn't really find himself. But now, with some incredible performances at these last couple of tournaments, so far has not dropped a set in SFL. It has been an extremely impressive performance from one of the best in the world.
And I wish we had seen like the little glance over from Punk, like right after that. I'm sure both really feeling the pressure. But again, that pressure coming in from Mai is nothing to really sneeze at. I mean, it's just so ambiguous towards what she can do, like what opportunities are presented. Like she could do an overhead to clip you, extend with the fan. She could do a slight delay on the low. Hence why you saw a counter hit, right? You saw a delayed button coming in from Punk.
Yeah, exactly. And he was so delayed, right? Like he was trying his best to do like the best delay tech timing where he wouldn't get hit by some dash up button or anything like that. You didn't even see any of the animation from Cammy. She just stood up and got counter hit because that's how
turn on my other monitor and see if it does anything.
Man, yeah, that was just a perfectly balanced approach from Knuckle Dew, of course. That is just so tough defending against Mai in those scenarios. But we have arrived at the tiebreaker to decide the winner of FlyQuest versus Shopify Rebellion. Jack stepping back onto the battlefield, going up against Riddles, who made his SFL debut yesterday
virtual
with
camera
a double
and
perfect, right? So this dude has a lot of momentum in his own right.
Enhance.
See this too. There's a lot that can be talked about from the camp of FlyQuest in regards to Riddles.
Fucking stupid ass VCam,
right? There
man.
should be an opportunity here for them to kind of
come on.
It's not to like necessarily assume, but the data is definitely weighted heavily in favor.
Jesus
for them,
Lord in
right?
heaven.
In regards to the other side, right? Shopify Rebellion, just a kid. Jack, I should say.
Oh my God.
Some of the Terrys,
it's real. I'm real.
I'm sure he's bumped into Boost a handful of times. Hell, I'm sure he's met up against Riddles in the plethora of different weeklies that we have. So we'll see how it goes down.
Yes, indeed. Riddle's already off to the race.
I got it.
Yeah, canceling that drive rush. We talked about that turn combo was very unsafe unless you do something behind it.
And I like how he prioritizes the positioning more so like the damage outfit.
Yeah.
Like going into that combo ender with the burn knuckle initially. This is just so much more substantial in regards to controlling Jack and then trying to cash out. But now speaking to cash out, getting that level
finally, dude, we got it. We got it.
Slightly early on that option though, allows for Jack to get the throw. Caught a break here and then gets the counter hit. Yeah, Riddles tried to check, but he was still recovering from the fireball during the startup of that drive rush, so very difficult to check.
So I technically did see most of this set, so I'm pleased with that. I wish I started a half an hour ago, but that's okay. Beggars relevant story about beggars and choosers.
Most of the time, you don't expect your opponent to put themselves into the corner, but if it's just one touch away, they would definitely roll that dice.
Yeah, you tell Riddle just got a little bit lost in the lights. Oh, this time though.
It's no Mai.
Through that drive rush cancel with the ODD.
It's only Terry. It's not Mai versus Terry.
To this corner lockdown that we'd seen prior, right? Although it was a very similar start, Jack still managed to take a round, but now it's going to be punished counter.
It's a lot of Terrence-based damage.
Emptying out the drive gauge. Let me get that level 1. Ask that question. She's definitely not okay.
Nah, not okay whatsoever. Riddles ties up that first round here. I'm interested to see if he busts out the target combo DI, considering we've seen Jack punish it now with the ODDP. DI is
spend some early meter. I actually like that a lot, man. Because you got plenty of room in this round to build it back to level 3 again.
Bust out with the OD rising tackle. Now we get the side switch. Riddles trying to maintain control, at least with the ground wave first. Now we get that throw.
Potentially, and maybe I'm wrong.
Like Jack finds his way out yet again. Level 2.
Regardless for she also has the option of popping level 2 on a non-hit confirmed scenario like that, which is good, man. There's a lot here, and he's still in burnout. I feel like you probably want to investigate a DI to kill your opponent. Thank you. Thank you. I like that. He did have level 3 stocked. He did have level 3 stocked, right?
That was the moment Riddles was going to do something because that felt like such a quick reaction, but either way.
Uno mas, man. Uno mas.
So locked in.
You mean you're not going to put me in for the first 2 games or the anchor? Actually, a waste shoot, fam.
Apparently, man. He's the one bringing home dubs.
I'm sure he's feeling rather good for himself right now. I mean, like, honestly, whether you put him in the first, second, or extra match, like, the objective's still the same. Still get these dubs.
What happens when it's 30-30? I believe it can't be. I believe it can't be.
Maybe
it can only be 40-0 or 30-20.
Yeah, right. Like,
are the only scores that exist. Or 30 or 20, 30-10.
Not like the actual tiebreaker said. So as long as he's comfortable, you gotta keep rolling with him in the spot.
That's why the last match used to be worth only 5 points, so there can never be a true tie. I don't know how it works now.
To follow it up, allowing him to combo off of it and putting him at set point.
Convincing so far with how
30-20, yeah, exactly. Because the anchor match is worth the what you call it, the ace match. In StarCraft formats, they always call that extra value match. The ace match is worth more points.
We saw some massive damage come out on the side, baited Jack into doing exactly what he wanted.
So in previous seasons, this last set was best of 1, and it was only worth 5 points. It was basically only for a tiebreaker. So I kind of like that. It's like, oh, there's a reason to put maybe certain characters, maybe put Lily on your team or something crazy like that. But in practice, it doesn't matter, right? The team with the better players usually wins. Oh my God! Speaking of this round, man. Speaking of a painful round.
That's been the biggest thing plaguing Riddles right now. Is like, can he be a closer of some of these games, right? Although he has perfects, he's been rather impressive. Although he's got the damage output and the lockdown, it just hasn't equated to any sort of games just yet. And now just a kid pushing Riddles towards the corner. Okay, try to move.
Yeah, most likely committed to a back throw, right? Thinking that Riddles would try to throw him into the corner, but instead just frame trapped him up.
That's big facts, man. A little bit of a screen check of that burn knuckle. Being able to take his turn. Definitely at liberty to do so.
Oh, wow. Goes over that? Terrence normals? Whoa. That was an ill-advised parry, man. I don't like that. He did it again. You can tell he's a new school player. He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm pressing parry. Fucking scoops? 2 scoops deluxe? Oh my God, dude. That is not what I wanted to see. I'm depressed.
Best of 1 here. Shopify Rebellion looking on. Oh, dude, gonna put on that. Oh, actually.
Well, the Astro listening? Hey, get his ass, man. That would be, if they did the listen in for team, if we were in a 4-man tournament, they get his, fuck him up, dude. Get his ass.
He was like, yo, the speaker's right below. He's like, you know what? Don't worry about it.
It's like Zoolander, like the files are in the computer. He's just like, look, trying to bust open the headset. Like, where's the mic? Right now, though, some quick words of wisdom.
Oh, he has the hacker buttons. Look at those extra buttons
Jack's first loss in the tiebreaker match,
underneath the buttons.
Consulted with the rest of Shopify Rebellion, was able to bounce back from that dub and take the entirety of it. So the words of wisdom and advice have been working out. We'll see if it can help this scenario. It is all on the table in this best of 1. Riddles versus Jack for the entirety of
all the marbles, dude. And I think are both these teams 1-1. I don't know how much I missed tonight. So this kind of matters a lot, potentially.
Rather impressed with both. Counter hit coming on through. Riddles getting caught with the approach and also
among the actual all-American or mostly American teams. Scoop. Blocks overhead.
Probably would have been the round if it did connect. Now Riddles trying to establish some of the power waves.
Delay.
A little bit dangerous as Jack was showing the jump in.
Possibly too far to even try to get a punish counter, perhaps. A little reluctant to even try to come down with the button. Call. That was actually for life, by the way. Riddles with that OD rising tackle. Puts himself into burnout. Jack actually has a big opportunity here.
But only a pixel will drive himself. Smart on the DI. Can he actually convert for a kill here? That was probably most optimal. That was beautiful, dude. He knows his character. You could have done roundhouse DP, but I think that was probably better.
In this round, at the very beginning, Riddles checks the drive rush. Keep control of the corner too much, though. Jag was able to fight out of it a little bit. Or right back there immediately. Cancels into the drive rush. No anti-air that time.
That's some chip. Yeah, Riddles keeps going to burnout. Is that a drop? I thought that was a drop. No, it was a counter hit conversion. Crazy.
As to where he can get his turn going.
Oh, goes over that. Just kidding. Long duration fireball, man. I used to hate that when I played Honda, dude. That's why I thought Jerry was broken, dude. I can't get over that shit.
Smothering him in the corner. Drive rush cancel as well. Riddles is not flinching at the face of all these buttons.
We're going to the last round, aren't we, dude?
OD in general.
Of course.
It's an OD back throw when you back throw them into the corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Missed it all. That's going to put him on a pixel, and it almost has his drive meter back. This is crazy. This is crazy, dude.
Oh, burns out as well.
Ooh, 0 respect and all my love. Just a kid, my man. Just a man.
I can already hear what he's about to say.
Coming in clutch for 2 W's. And look at that camera. You better look at that camera for me right now, man. He's finding it. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's how we do it.
He moves his hands way too fast.
That was crazy.
I'll tell you what, this guy is
I love this guy.
Half AI.
You got to have players with some personality, man.
2x speed on the video while it being live. That was wild stuff from Jack. But again, another clutch out, right? He finds himself so confident and composed in these big matches where, hey, why are you doing this? Why, brother?
What is your problem, man? What are you doing?
I don't know what that is. That I'm not going to put that because I don't know what's happening.
People like that, yeah, I'm going to get him fired.
Yeah. As a competitive player, right? Like,
as a competitive player,
we get you banned from the tour, brother, all right?
It's so disturbing.
Like, have some decorum, Jack.
Turn my quality down low.
Another great clutch out, right? It was back and forth between these two. It was a nail-biting set. Both of them making adjustments over the course of the match to bring it to a very near end of a final round. So great stuff from Jack, man. Really doing immaculate work in this tiebreaker position for Shopify.
And it's rather difficult, too, from the side of Riddles, right? He was in so many different positions to close out a good majority of these rounds. I think, obviously, we'd seen him close out game number 2. But I think majority of the time, it's just been some of his decision-making on defense, it happened to be incorrect just based off of what Jack was thinking, right? Just
let me clean up everything a little bit.
I
crashed headlong. I got home from work.
It's not a slight at all to Riddles.
I got home from work after I started this. I got home from work.
Riddles caught a tough break right there, right? The crack shoot, trading, try to force the scenario.
Who would expect that?
Yeah.
I mean, you're possibly anticipating a chip kill, right? I get it, like maybe the bust out, but man, that's just unfortunate. Really unfortunate for Riddles.
Yeah, it just felt like Jack was just one step ahead of each moment, honestly. Even at that end, right, you know that the chip out is coming, so Riddles maybe try to backdash, maybe try to jump. There was no counter hit on the screen.
Close. Well, I can post on socials.
On a wake up super, but it stayed
holstered,
and because of that, my man Jack, he just really embraced the moment, being in these important matches and never hesitating, not playing more timid than he usually does or defensive. He was just playing his game. That's what exactly what he needed to do. Well done, man.
Yeah. A little bit of extra tidbit, just being able to really absorb the information coming in from NuckleDu. I think that slight coaching gave him a slight edge going forward into the rest of that match, right? We saw a little bit of a different demeanor when it comes to his first game of day 1 and now into the extra match again at day 2. Really, really impressive that he's able to absorb all of that. But also, let's see what they had to say. Standing by with Rob TV, the winners of that duel, Shopify Rebellion.
Okay, now, Jack, if you don't get your get out the. You don't get your big head up. Come on, brother. Back up. It's time for an interview. Okay, you did it.
Am I streaming? I'm streaming myself on Instagram right now.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you do deserve to talk a little bit of trash after what we just saw.
What is happening?
An anchor spot for the second time. NuckleDu said earlier in the season, you are a wild card who can beat anybody and lose to anybody. So far, you haven't lost whatsoever. How I feel to get that dub again? And do you agree with that sentiment?
I mean, I feel like it is pretty nice to be in the extra spot to secure some points in case we do need that. But I think it is kind of true as to, especially for Americans versus internationals when it comes to my play style. Most of the time against North America, I tend to kind of go 50-50. But against internationals, I do tend to do pretty well. So it's kind of the idea of who am I going to go against, especially with fly quests. Because, I mean, you know all these people.
I'm confused why that's.
Kind of like, bro, we all can.
Because I'm not sharing the screen. I'm sharing the window.
That last spot. So you hit him with the level 3, and then which in the first place, that's actually mad risky if I'm not mistaken, because you still had another round, and if it didn't hit, you had no super next round. Then hit him with the full hog.
I have no idea what happened.
Those
now I
huge
can hear
reads
me.
like that. Is that something
That's
you
my other
always stick
most
to,
important.
or do you think it's too risky?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, my reactions are really good when it comes to reactions. Okay. I think my team would agree that was a good reaction. Level 3, you know, as always, you know, courtesy of, you know, my team helping me get better with my anti-airs. I think my reactions got better as well. So I think because of that, I think I became a better player overall for SFL.
Okay, now please let me talk to Knuckle Dude himself. So, dude, when it got to you right there, you guys are down 0-20. It's a
dude, truly clutching it out.
2-0 against Punk. After he won 2 straight, I thought it might be a little dark for you, man. Take us through that match and how I feel to clutch it out.
Yeah, I feel like normally I would crumble there, but me versus Punk, it's just so back and forth. It's really just who played better that day, because last Street Fighter League, he killed me 3-0, and it was so demoralizing. And I even asked Kev, I was like, yo, do you want to play Punk? I just want to see if you want to play him. He was like, no, you can play him. I was like, okay. So, yeah, it worked out in my favor. But, yeah, it's really annoying playing Punk when you're up, and then he slowly climbs back, because it's like, all right, what the hell is going on? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're
what
good.
The heck is going on?
Canceled.
Yeah. But yeah, just gotta keep my composure. Yeah.
Okay, Team Shopify Rebellion clutching it out in the end.
Seriously, man,
at
good
this
stuff.
Point, the best anchor that we've had, at least in the
so they're in the leader declaring top 3, maybe.
Here on Street Fighter League, ladies and gentlemen, Shopify Rebellion. Let's go ahead and send things over to our commentators.
Did you see what Jack did towards the end of the interview?
I didn't. I missed it.
He went right up to Rob, stood next to him, and he went like this.
Wow.
He was measuring him out.
Wow. He hit him with the "you're too small."
That's what,
that is
dude.
very
Everybody's small compared to Jack, dude.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's not fair.
I was literally, how tall are you before this? He was like, yeah, I'm like 6'3". I was like, oh my god.
Why aren't you a basketball player? He's like, I played football. Either way, where are the sports at? Anyways.
The virtual violence is what gets dealt out at the hands of Jack.
Can't trust AI, man.
We wouldn't have it any other way, of course. But yeah, man, what a clutch out right there. That was hilarious. A great team interview, obviously, great personalities all the way around.
This computer does not want to cooperate with me tonight. I don't even know what to say anymore.
You know, I understand that sentiment, you know, and you know, Shine is just there, just chilling. He's like, I don't want to be a part of any of that discussion because I know how Punk operates.
Yeah.
Someone give that man a hug.
Yeah, Shine definitely looks like he's being a bit hard on himself right now. Hopefully he just bounces back, right? Because it definitely seems like he's the most bothered by the fact that he hasn't put a W on the board so far.
That is correct, because he's definitely made that remark towards himself in a plethora of different interviews over the seasons, even in like a CPT environment and even on his own streams. But honestly, I still think there's so much more to work with. He has to keep his head high. In fact, they got that big W. So I think there is some merit to it. There's like a growing pains within the season. That's just how it goes. But speaking of which, again, we've had so much support
open Discord as well, dude.
Season. Not even just through the players and the production, but also through SteelSeries, right? Easily one of the most winningest headset and also the official one of Street Fighter League, right? Enhanced with premium high fidelity drivers and sonar software. The Nova Pro, definitely ideal for any fight that you take on.
Indeed. If you're taking on fights, you're going to want to equip yourself with the best weapon of choice that there is. And of course, the Nova Blade Pro is the official controller of SFL US. So get ready to witness the fastest inputs in the FGC, courtesy, of course, there's Nova Blade Pro. You can sharpen your reaction times with the rapid trigger technology.
We had 2-game versus FlyQuest tonight. Very interesting. I will endeavor to restream that
with all kinds of
if it doesn't run too late.
Clicky buttons. I'm a big clicky button guy. So
do you know what set this is?
Big ups to Corsair for providing this for all you leverless lovers out there, which of course is the preferred controller peripheral of a lot of people nowadays.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised. I saw the promo video for it. I saw Justin Wong be a part of it, and funny enough,
that's all
I saw
done.
Kelvin also throwing down on the sticks.
Wow.
Yeah, from NorCal.
That's a throwback name right there.
That is definitely a throwback. So it was rather impressive to see like both of these guys approve of it. I don't know if Kelvin had like a direct hand in it, but either way.
Oh, the window of whoever I hosted last night was still open.
Testing out the peripherals. So really excellent.
So that's
stuff.
like
Shout out to SteelSeries.
soaking
Shout
up
out to Corsair as
some
well.
RAM.
In the meantime, we have our third matchup coming up for
it's only second match.
It's going to be quite the banger. It's going to be Red Rooster going up against Quaisho Gaming. Let's see if they can get some significant
I feel like I
points on
don't
the
care
board. We'll find out
much
just
about that one.
A little bit after this. Don't go anywhere. We're going to continue on with Street Fighter League US.
Task manager, please. My RAM usage is under 50%. I feel this should be sufficient to live my life. Well, I'm gonna step away now. Up the AFK screen, and we will return in 90 seconds. Thanks much if you sub, followed, all that good stuff. I actually have not looked at the YouTube stream at all, but I assume it's working. I only assume it's working.
gives you wings.
Yeah, it is me. It is. We'll be right back.
Workaholic Director of Siren Holdings Research and Development Department. Grace Hill is nothing but a cover story. Crimson Viper. My code name. Stay out of my business. Could you just, like, give up now? I have other work to do. A B+ for effort. Let's rock. I hate to admit, you're not half bad. Even messed up my makeup.
Crossover for a long time now, of course, me and all the other players, talent, we've known how godlike you are, but you haven't been able to travel to a lot of these events because of visa issues. What was that journey like for you, seeing other people be able to get to events like this that you wish you could have gotten to, and what's it like now to finally be here?
Actually, it feels very good because it has been like a very difficult battle for me because I've been battling the visa issue for like eight years now. So being able to travel finally, it makes me very happy, even though it was tough. But I was always confident that I will get the visa because I'm the type of person that never like quick on something. If I just focus, I just keep on moving on. So that was something that was always motivating me to keep on just trying until I get it. Also, my friends, Mena and Kaba, they were cheering me up and telling me good thing. Just keep on doing this. You're very good at the game. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
And
it happened finally, yeah.
Okay, and now, of course, we are here. You talk about your focus, always focus on the next thing. So I want to see what your focus is when it comes to this next match that you have. Your opponent is not an easy one. How do you think your team matches up?
For sure, we're playing Kwaisho next, and I believe that we are going to do good because we have the advantage now because we're home, I believe. And my team has very good experience against mine because I have a mine. So, and I feel like I've been studying the players, this team, a lot, and I feel like that I will do good against them. But my problem with the game right now is It's not with the players. It's that I'm trying to figure out what character I need to pick against certain.
Did you pronounce character that way? That's odd.
You didn't see my Bison now, but I feel like that with Bison, I would have done better. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're only in day 2 of Street Fighter League, so it's all kind of time to bring out whatever character that you want. But of course, we do know that the character that you have as a man, as a player yourself, crossover, and we're very excited to have you here on Street Fighter League. Ladies and gentlemen, Red Rooster will be going head to head with KSG, and it is going to be a banger. Let's send things over to our commentators.
So excited to have crossover here at SFL, man. Just sick to see, right? Yes, indeed. Breaking ankles along the way, man. It's going to be a good time. Yes, indeed. That was a cool little ventriloquist act you just had right there.
I was practicing a little bit. You know, I had to make sure to cover my chest up a little bit so you didn't see me breathing.
Professional move.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know what the hell that was.
Well done.
I am rather excited to see crossover, at least on a team. I think he's got some really great potential for himself and also great experience being able to practice against the rest of DR, alongside the rest of DR, I should say specifically. But again, pretty significant deal coming in for Red Rooster and KSG, right? Considering their most recent matches in day number 1. This is going to be quite an interesting one to see what Kwaisho puts up on the table from the away side. We did see the triple Mai be put up. You know, 2 out of the 3. Well, that's not bad. I think that's all right.
And yeah, but it is, again, another change that we saw originally, I think, kind of originating from that first match, right, where we saw Zhen in the tiebreaker slot. He didn't really get to play at all, and just in general, the mods got shut down a little bit, and we kind of theorized that we'd send Zhen up a little bit earlier going forward, and he started off their second match yesterday, where they ended up doing much better than the first match, and now here he's going to start off again in that primary point position with Xiaohai actually in the secondary slot and VX Bao in the anchor. Wow.
I'm actually quite surprised to see Mickey down below hanging out with the Cammy.
Yeah.
I wonder
Sideshow, if you're here, I'm sending you a DM about a very exciting opportunity in your area.
Kind of, really shine in the second half so that he doesn't get like as downloaded, or at least to get himself like even better acquainted with the rest of the league. But as it stands, crossovers coming up first. And his Mai as well, by the way. He's made the full-on switch. I totally forgot.
And I think that's why they set him up first, right? Because he's like, all right, do you want to play the mirror? No? Okay, then you're going first. That's really the only option we have at this point if you're trying to avoid the mirror. So he's going to be going up against Zhen. We talked about, right, Zhen has a lot of Mai's on his squad, so he's going to be well prepared for the matchup, in addition to Bison having some merits in this one as well. So it's going to be an interesting flow, especially with VX Bao in that anchor position over Xiaohai. We'll see how Red Rooster decides to...
I have no strong favorite here. I feel in a general sense that I like that Red Rooster exists. My mic's on. Because obviously I love a lot of those players, and it's just good to see them represented. And like, it makes more sense to have them in SFL US compared to some random Asian teams.
Fan pressure against me.
But I won't say they're my favorite team by any stretch.
Couldn't have asked for a better start.
Oh, but he didn't actually get the
Gen 2, man.
Time, right? There wasn't enough hits done to continue on with the combo. I wouldn't say damage lost, but that drive impact pretty much compensating for that previous drop. Zhen with a perfect, looking as calm as ever. I love looking at like the player cam sometimes. Yeah. Zhen is just vibing a good majority.
This is a man who's been very close to winning a Capcom Cup. People don't think of that when they think of Zhen because he's so young, but it's as true for him as it is for Blas, man.
Doesn't it though?
It actually does. He's quite the music curator, if you do ask me. He's got quite extensive knowledge of different genres, mostly hip-hop.
He do. Head stomp as well. We saw that come out from Zhen a lot yesterday, right?
Frames.
He's throwing out the head stomps when he thinks players would press buttons back. He's kind of using it like a pseudo dive kick. Very interesting.
That's fair. Dude, again, the punish counter. Again, when you have so many different Mai's in your camp, you know exactly what to look forward to, exactly how to react to certain instances. You notice Crossover's not necessarily paying attention to the charge timings from Zhen, right? Like, if he's already gotten blown up by Devil's Reverse 2 times over, something's out of click in regards to watching his movement. You have to understand, like, Bison is, I feel like, most vulnerable when he's kind of like sitting down, right?
Yes.
He's sitting down and waiting for that charge. He's either trying to be going for the Psycho Crusher, or he could be going for the Devil's Reverse. Obviously, it kind of masks his input getting ready for possibly a scissor kick, but it's really on you to kind of hedge those bets and be, you know, get the risk analysis going.
Yeah, attack those moments where Bison is clearly charging, right? Trying to find those options. But Crossover, man, that drive gauge, so far, so gone, honestly. And now we're just going to be able to continue that pressure in the corner because of this burnout, right? Sticking in the overhead.
Damn, son!
I love that too. Zhen really got as much damage as he possibly could have out of that before the DI, right? Really making sure he hamstrings him while he's in burnout. Oh,
man. You went from cross over to cross multiply, and Zhen was like, which one of you fellas is multiplying? This guy's doing mad damage at a high rate.
Bibson, it's like a truck, man.
But now crossover starting to respond, right? He has no more rounds to sacrifice. Baits out the super from Zhen. This is when you have to bounce back.
Good damage.
Forward throw now. The first time we've actually seen. Damn! The big juggle. Let me get that perfect rebuttal. That's what I like to see.
Wow.
Let's go run it back.
Perfect for perfect, band for band. Crossover and Zhen. This would be an immaculate collaboration if they got on a song. Let me tell you what.
That'd be kind of fun bars, yeah.
Right? Right now, both playing extremely careful again here. Crossover starting to charge up the fan a little bit.
And it was well deserved, right? He saw Zhen walk up a little bit too, within the ranges where Scissor Kick would actually get finished. So crossover, a lot more cognizant of both the positioning and the movement being taken place from Bison.
Oh, and then Scissor Kick actually shuts down the OD fan attempt right there. So quick, catches the start of it. Now the Psycho Crusher, big parry from crossover here. And rather than choose the back throw, he just wants the super instead, right? Give me the fire fans.
Oh! Did you see it coming?
Nah.
I didn't see it coming.
It was one of those two where it felt like it was just long enough to really come to terms with your death. That was mad damage for crossover.
It's kind of scary because it looks very similar to Fierce.
Yeah, it does.
Let's go all the way to the corner? Almost, dude. Basically, yes.
Crossover.
Somehow that is correct.
That's a kick in the corner, and then he tried the OD Psycho Crusher to go through the projectile, but the projectile info frames were not there yet. Oh no!
I genuinely couldn't tell what the startup of that OD was. I thought it was going to be OD Scissors, to be honest with you.
I think it was Psycho Crusher. I really do.
I'm inclined to believe that as well.
But yeah, maybe it wasn't either way. Oh, the DI.
The last
second. The counter right back. Crossover from the brink of defeat.
And again, burnout's a very real concern now. Yo, especially against my dude. You cannot test Zhen's reactions, dude.
Not too bad from Zhen. Does force a burnout, clears a lot of that space out. Okay.
One of the normals can juggle there, right? But that wasn't the right one.
Not having much defense again, crossover, neutral jumps the Scissor Kick to put himself on set point.
I like this recovery. I like this composure. Coming in from crossover. The medium punch does find the connection. Immediate level 1 activation. Let the fans do the talking. You stall the startup.
Got the red stuff.
Again being stuffed out. Low medium kick now for Zhen. Let's implant that bomb. Let's push Mai towards that corner.
Yeah, he just needs the Psycho Crusher.
Bandits versus Falcons is good too, man.
Couple frames faster. Unfortunate scenarios for Zhen. Oh, nice little walk under, get the landing frame punish.
So then Shopify does not play again tonight. I think that's my team, man.
Oh, she said peekaboo? That's a crazy one. Oh, and again, does get it off in time. Psycho Crusher blowing through the fan. You can see it does have projectile info frames, but it doesn't start up till a little bit later.
I couldn't think of the rest of the Kendrick lyrics after he says peekaboo.
That's because it's the whole song.
Oh, that's fair.
No, Pixel.
Crossover right now. Yeah, he could have followed that one up.
You gotta do something.
Oh, he actually snuck by the
Never
fan,
fault somebody for trying it.
A clean block, and what a
Look, that was a salty touch. Look at this. That was a light touch.
That was a wild handshake.
That was the wildest handshake I've ever seen. First of all, crossover was already extending the arm, or extending the hand. Zhen was the only one that shook on that behalf.
Yeah. My man was like, nah, I did enough gripping of you in-game, brother. I don't need to shake your hand. What a bounce back from Red Rooster's crossover, bro. It looked like Zhen was going to run away with the set. Literally, I don't think he got around until he absolutely had to, right? Yeah, Zhen took the first one 2-0. He went up in the second game in the first round as well. And that crossover, that's when you get unlocked, right? We see that in plenty of players. This is what we were talking about. Baits it out. He was one round away. But that is when that next level gets unlocked. There's no more safety nets. There's no more second chances. You literally can't afford to lose anymore. And crossover just took it to a new level.
Right, the adaptation so far and also the anticipation for those scissor kicks were so imperative because of how much Zhen got away with in that first game. And as you can see here too, as we get ready for it, there's just so much that Mike can control off of that spacing alone, off of that fireball as well. It's just been so difficult for Zhen to maneuver around it towards the end of that set.
Yeah, dash recovered in time, right? Super is not fast, so easy block from Zhen right there. Yeah,
It was definitely one of these where it's just like, it was like a half shake and he just did the thumb rather than the full like foregrip of it. Like it was real interesting. It's too bad like the lower third was kind of blocking the handshake, but either way. Red Rooster 10 points on the board, and what started off pretty shaky against them crossover, really well played in adaptation.
Indeed now, right? And remember for Guaisho, the second person going up is Xiaohai, right? He's not actually in the anchor position. So we're going to get Xiaohai.
Shout out to the great women
we'll see what
in my life.
responds with. Obviously, I think they used a crossover when they did kind of avoid any Mai mirrors in their future, send them out against Gen, because the two next are locked in to start with Mai. So we'll see what they send up now.
That is kind of tough, man. Just the fact that we had like one of the Mai's come up already from the side of crossover and actually take the W is quite surprising considering the Mai army from the KSG camp. But Chris Wong coming up next, and it makes a lot of sense, honestly. I think having that Luke is going to be pretty imperative. I feel like saving Crimea for the anchor spot, well adjusted and well acquainted with Mai's as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see Chris Wong navigate this matchup.
We're going to go with Xiaohai here, right?
Played Mai over at Chengdu. Now it's going to be a
anyway.
story when it comes to Xiaohai navigating this character. I want to see specifically if Chris Wong is able to run his course on offense against someone like Xiaohai.
Yeah, indeed, right? And there's been some theory crafting in regards to the Luke versus Mai matchup, where Luke's definitely got some merits in this said matchup right up against Mai, has some tools that could provide her some trouble of dealing with, right, just in general, like being able to sandblast, having some forward advancing movement in regards to his specials, whether it be the tackle, whether it be the way he can manipulate his spacing with flash knuckles, just in general, and the damage output, of course, really helps when it comes to cornering Mai.
Damn, Xiaohai is 36?
Yeah, man.
Chris Wong is 33?
Yes, sir.
No comment.
Imagine winning a world champion. Imagine winning back-to-back world championships at 36. I'm glad I can take back-to-back shits at 36.
The day actually, but we had a 37 versus a 40-year-old, and I was like, "That's what I'm talking about." Shout's fighting games, bro.
What? I don't know, man.
You don't know?
I don't know when that happened, actually, or at least so who was in that rank?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it might have been one of Janino Ross's matches. But yeah, either way, let's.
It might have been NL versus Brian, actually.
Oh, I think Brian's the younger one. I think Brian's only like 22. Or in his 20s.
Yeah, NL's got to be in like his 30s, I think.
Yeah.
It's so ambiguous, dude. I have no idea anymore.
But Chris Wong versus Xiaohai, we're getting to it. It's going to be the second match of Red Rooster versus Guaisho Gaming.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, and already converting off the fan bounce. And, man, Chris Wong trying to represent the bust out real fast.
It's so unique that, like, Mai's punish counter starter off of medium kick still leads us like so much damage. There's a lot of plus frames on that bad boy. She could have, standing fierce after that?
Yeah.
Kind of nasty. Uh-oh.
Just in time, man. Cancels that crouch strong into the DI. Ooh, but did not get the perfection of the flash knuckle.
Kind of awkward.
Does she parry with her ass? I've never noticed that before.
Level 1 as well. Chris Wong looking rather dry. That's going to clip him. And you know it. Yeah, it was just way too
Did she kill here? This character's wild. This character's out of control, dude.
Yeah, right, because the level 1 being a projectile, you can kind of out-prioritize those ODs, but you can't let it actually hit you because obviously projectiles are going straight through any level 1 invincibility.
So that's what happened. So his level 1 would destroy it because it is itself a projectile, but that's not what happened. It actually just hit him in the face. Nice debate. Plus, Luke got normalized so much compared to Season 1, man. Chris Wong got second at the $1 million Capcom comp, right? Winning $20, I think. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, man.
That's tough. That's so tough. Everybody wants to reach in that position, right? Oh, what the hell was that?
Yeah, definitely not what Xiaohai wanted whatsoever. Ended up getting a rising button. Oh, yeah, nobody flinching in the neutral so far, though.
Hammering away. Multiple fierces into the fans. Xiaohai sealing out game 1. So much pressure against Chris Wong in that corner instance. It was just fan, fierce, fan, fierce. I don't even know if there's any like real opportunities for Chris Wong to even try to sneak in a perfect parry against the fan based off of the timing, right? It's something that should have been worked out as he's been utilizing this character as well.
So I really like the way Xiaohai kind of sequenced everything in that round, right? He started with like the throw bait off of that fan and then ending when he get killed with a throw instead, just in case maybe there was a parry to come out on the bounce down. But Xiaohai covering all those bases, and now we're already back in the corner, man. Chris Wong fighting out though, and again, Xiaohai anticipating that back throw, right? Looking to avoid the throw, got clipped by the frame trap.
His is faster, right? So that matters in a projectile war. He may be actually someone who can go against mine in a projectile war a little bit.
Xiaohai's gonna get away with that. It's gonna be so tough to take him down.
So what do you do with the spacing, Xiaohai? Right? Do you maintain your positioning within the mid space to actually get some fans going? Do you close the gap against Chris Wong? As soon as you get to a certain distance, Chris Wong's been rather active.
Yeah, 100%, right? He's just like, it feels a little bit hesitant outside of that space that he wants to perform at, but that parry, that was definitely one of those confirms where you see it's anything but block, so you keep going with it, but it was parry, so you still get punished.
Oh.
Nice parry.
Oh. Level 1.
Boom.
I'm glad that he guaranteed it with the level 1, because I was thinking about the flash knuckle follow-up or even like a safe jump follow-up. Like, I don't think there's going to be any sort of time to try to sneak in the rest of that damage against Xiaohai.
Yeah, exactly. Not worth the attempt there. Nice job, though, challenging that drive rush cancel. Spine buster party. We got one. Oh, he's trying to hit him upside the head.
Backing away, sensing danger, right? Doesn't want to get back thrown. The fan's doing a lot of the talking from Xiaohai. Ooh, just ate it raw.
That's the type of guy he is. But now we get the perfect parry.
Parry heavy. So is it going to be scoop heavy in response?
But the save jump of Xiaohai just waking up with the buttons right there. Trying to bait out a parry most likely.
Ooh. I like that. Crouch jab going right into the level 3. The objective, burnout, mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Do with it?
He is burnt out.
Boy, Luke going to his next grade A concert. We all grayed out. And now, again, a forward throw. Xiaohai looking to build this momentum. And this
plus 1,000,000 on block. Success.
Now put him a strike or throw away from death, or just a chip out from the fans. Best believe.
And we got Uno Mas on the board.
Damn. Mathematical.
That's one of those, right, where you say, like, well, most people have Xiaohai here. I would never say Chris Wong can't take 2 games off of him. But, you know, it has to be 2 in a row. That's the hard part.
That bite, and then once again another jump to bait the throw out from Chris Wong. Just hasn't been able to find the
good
right
uppercut.
He gets a reversal OD, but right back at you, Xiaohai.
As we say here in Boston.
The shimmy attempt to put us back in the corner. One throw.
A pixel.
Oh,
rude? Is that rude?
He wanted to do ODDP, thinking the drive rush was coming, but the throw is there, just delayed. Xiaohai ties up this set for Red Rooster. Or excuse me, for Black Show Game.
Hello. 2-0 against Chris Wong.
Oh, is it? Okay, so we'll see what happens in the rubber stank match.
Xiaohai in that second place position. I mean, we've seen like his accolades. Man, he's got gold around his neck too.
Yeah, I was
expecting him in the anchor spot. Go ahead.
Yeah, say trying to see what the medallion is, bro. But we'll find that out at a later time, of course.
Yeah, but it's just it's interesting to see. I mean, Chris Wong really under pressure. He had to put himself against that matchup, at least according to what Red Rooster wanted. But it just wasn't working out for him in general, right? I think a lot of his opportunities, a lot of his strategy was mostly shut down. If he's going to be swinging within past the mid-range, Xiaohai doesn't even need to step into that zone. He doesn't need to even go past that boundary. He's got so many long-range normals to force a whiff punish, or at least force a whiff to get a
Sorry, I'm peeping my phone so much. I got a lot going on right now. I'm a very big, important businessman, as you guys know.
Drive rush, crouching heavy punch, still went for a delayed throw. Xiaohai cleared that space a while ago too, so it's just been more so just very convincing from Xiaohai. I just wish there was a little bit more coming in from the side of Chris Wong in terms of adaptation.
We saw Juninho play that matchup yesterday on the Luke, right? Not only was he more aggressive, but he used a more plethora of Luke's buttons, like the forward advancing medium, the forward advancing fierce, stuff like that, where Mai was usually at fan range where she likes to throw it, and then those forward advancing buttons can hit her.
So yeah, so in this scenario,
catch her walking forward, whatever it may be, Chris Wong really felt like it was
you don't play the fourth match no matter what, because the third match will be decisive.
Get our best of 5, where VX Bao is waiting to see who they're going to set up from Red Rooster, presumably Crimea.
I would be inclined to think so as well, right? I mean, Crimea, we haven't seen him shine just yet, right? He's been the big highlight for the Red Rooster camp. He was very much so celebrated towards his acquisition to Red Rooster, but we'll see how this plays out. Also a part of Falcons, by the way. Really, really cool to see him rock that jersey, and also really cool in general to see him sponsored, by the way. I love that. But yeah, it's going to be the Ryu.
But doesn't Falcons have a team in SFL? That's very weird.
Yeah,
maybe he was locked into Red Rooster for SFL before he was signed by Falcons on an individual basis. I don't know when they lock in the teams. I always thought it's a legal paperworky thing.
Against Mai, that a lot of the other regions haven't quite measured up to yet. So obviously, Crime from Chile as well, going to be looking to show
I love how they're
prowess
sponsored by
against
8-Bit though.
VXBAO's
I enjoy that a
we'll
lot.
See if VXBAO switches to another character, if Crime is able to shut it down that much. But of course, getting a little ahead of myself here, VXBAO's incredibly potent as well. See if Crime is ready for his brand of stuff.
He's also mentioned, or he's also shown off a couple of other characters. Like he's gotten Bison also up on the CPT. I do believe he also has like a Pocket Ed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. 100% he does.
Okay. Yeah, that's the character that I haven't seen in a hot minute coming from the side of VXBAO. And I know his execution is definitely up to par to play that character and his understanding of space control, but I guess, I mean, like, he's really adamant about making this my work.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And this is going to be the deciding match as well, right? Because we got a dub on each side, so we're not going to get that tiebreaker match. Moto is going to be chilling out as well as Mickey going to be chilling out right now, though. We're going to be getting that Crime versus VXBAO for all the marbles.
I'm hungry for some Street Fighter, man.
A W on their board for their squad and secures the 30 points while holding the opposing team to just 10.
I'm really hoping, like, just a little bit of sidebar, that Mickey doesn't convert over to the Mai. I wouldn't want to see, like, what, three more potential Mai's come in, I guess, like, in general. So it's going to be very interesting to see, like, honestly, with the way things have operated. Actually, no, I'm tripping. We did see that Mai come out for Mickey.
We did,
That's why we saw the triple. You know what? Hey, man.
No, I thought you just meant right now, especially because, like, Mickey, I think he's so married to the way Cammy works, but we'll get to that the next time he plays, because right now, VXBAO.
Oh, my God. I love Mai. I never mentioned that, but it's a great area of passion for me.
Bust out with the OD as well. Crime cornered here. Great job not flinching, though. You saw him try
that little strong is good, too, man. The range.
Finds the mark with that button so often.
It's crazy.
I think it's the most reused on the streets, dude. That's
that's
the
fair.
most used normal on the planet for that character, to be fair. Oh, hell of damage incoming. Rocking them socks with the standing roundhouse.
Love the attack on the drive bar as well right there. He tried to load it up again, but it got counter hit. Crime might be a little bit too happy or thirsty for that button, and again, waking up with something. VXBAO just stayed persistent.
Starting off with the OD fan, rather expensive. The full conversion, that was a counter hit after all. We do get the level 1.
Now it's using the OD fireball to clear the screen, even of
good uppercut.
Fire fan, right? You got to use an OD to match that.
Oh, back-to-back throws. VXBAO. Got a bit under normal from Crime.
Oh, he would
again.
Yeah, try to bait out a reversal again from VXBAO here after the Hashigeki with the Denshin, but man, he didn't give it to him. He's just gonna give him a perfect
so much, dude.
VXBAO, what a way to start this.
Hitting like a truck.
Really shutting down the rookie rather early, but in 3 out of 5 territory, there is that potential for Crime to make
it's
that
my time to shine. You guys get it?
So he didn't necessarily find that success he was looking for in day 1. Hopefully he gets to shake it all off and represent himself well into game number 2. But there's just been so much going on from the side of VXBAO that it's kind of like disallowed him from even getting started, right? Like standing heavy punch has been like the main starter, as we talked about a bunch of times over. And even his pressure after drive rush has been thwarted pretty successfully, pretty consistently.
Yeah. 100%, right? Even the Hashigeki right there. VXBAO had established so many reversals to start the match that once
I have a special guest.
Kind of gave that
Dude,
up.
would you mind?
Coming. So great establishment
our special guest in
from VXBAO to start the match. Oh, you're going right into the corner, but this is mine now.
Oh, the buffer. But no big punish.
Unfortunate for Crime, letting some damage fall by the wayside here. That's the thing, right? VXBAO is just really prioritizing staying outside that fierce range. Does get clipped by the overhead, though. And now we're starting to snowball.
Oh, what a time to throw out that crouching medium punch, sensing danger, and suppressing VXBAO at the perfect moment.
Man, you can just sense all of these elite level players, right? No buttons were pressed until that exact moment from either side. Both recognizing the range that they're looking for.
Good block on the overhead, too. A little bit of a fuzzy guard being shown off from Crime. Jumping out of the corner, has to pay that.
I haven't looked at the standings that much to actually know who I want to win this match, or if I care about who wins this match.
The whole way that started was getting that fierce whip punished again. And it just has not been there for Crime so far. Nice hesitation, but he dropped the combo. To be able to reset into a throw, does get the counter hit this time. Oh, he's going to empty the meter, right? Put all the damage on him. Get some drive meter back.
Is that 1-1 just like that, right? That's 1-1. There's no way. Red Root's also got a pickup team. So it always is. So what's his name? Mono runs the team. And I don't know if he's actually like gets a paycheck from Red Rooster. And then the rest of them are like Who can we? It's mostly Puerto Rican players, but it could be other people. Like PR Rog played for them one season. Banana Ken played for them one season. But it's usually it rotates.
Well done to bounce back.
I like that there's a Puerto Rican team in
demeanor also. I mean, you're looking at like the way he's pressuring Mai in the corner, the way
in the team. Ronald's action on Red Rooster. Yeah, see that makes sense to me.
Timings, right? Like,
that makes sense to me.
Instances where he's caught counter hits against VX Bao. Hopefully, we get to see a little bit of a change from the side of VX Bao and his decision making on Wake Up, or at least on like a little bit after what happens on Wake Up.
Until there's a Street Fighter League miscellaneous, right, with all the South African players and stuff. Then we're kind of, it makes sense for him to be in SFL US. He's the only Puerto Rican. They're probably like, this all Puerto Rican thing is not working out. Dump these owners.
VX Bao actually banking on trying to get a whiff punish. Threw out that crouching medium punch rather wildly. Ooh, that's no hit. What do you mean? What did it clip?
The counter hit, and then the OD to out prioritize VX Bao because as you can see he was.
Oh, the real Red Rooster team is all PR, but that's not the Street Fighter League roster. It's very interesting. I wonder how that works. I'm sure that there's. My thought of him was always, well, a lot of these teams don't actually have 4 Street Fighter players, so it makes sense for 2 teams to pair up to build an SFL team. Where it's not like. LCS, where this is these players' full-time job. You know, they have other things to do as players besides SFL. This is just a thing that they do.
There we go. We're starting to see the laughs come out from the side of Crime a little bit earlier ago before we.
And again, you gotta have Crime here. Most people have Crime here.
We love to see him confident. We love to see him having a good time.
I didn't look at the rosters that much. Most seasons I watched the announcement video and all that. I just been doing other stuff.
On the hot seat. Down a single game where he felt like he had a lot of control going for him. His timing has been blown up numerous times over.
But this is the first time it's live, so they actually it's always been in person. But yeah, these guys are all there right now in the U.S., which is interesting. Focus more on the actual team being SFL because of events like EWC. You mean like? Yeah, I like the idea of team-based leagues in general. So I wish we just pushed more in that direction. But for now, it still seems to be a niche thing.
Trying to establish those normals, the stand medium kick and the crouch heavy kick.
Let's see if it amounts to anything though. Like VX Bao. Oh.
So that answers the question we were talking last night of can you change characters, and it seems like the answer is yes, man.
Oh man, Crime hasn't been burned out as well. He wanted to murder that man with the overhead.
Forward exposure actually catches midway through the drive impact with the back throw. VX Bao now in control. He dashes up. He tried to do something out of that.
You can die. Meterless as well. Preserving the butter.
He was going to be scared while on defense, while in the corner.
Even though EWC doesn't do team, but your team is in attorney, which I like a lot. It's very fun watching the non-FGC win because sometimes the fighting games are last, so the outcome of the fighting games means a lot for this team. So they'll come and like the Counter-Strike players will be like, let's go, fuck them up. They don't know anything that's happening at all in Tekken. And they're like, get his ass, man.
Crime has been really looking to steal some rounds with that one. Oh, fakes him out a little bit with the first part of the fireball, gets the DI.
So I just like to focus on teams in general. I was way into Overwatch League, even though Overwatch is kind of actually sucks.
Take the round, stay alive in the set.
I watched GSL for years until the wheels came off, man. I love team tournaments in StarCraft, even though it's a singles game. StarCraft is awesome because you would do 2 singles matches, then you would do your ace match, which is just like this is worth more points. For you, so each team put your best player up, but you can also try and snipe if you know who their best player is. You can intentionally put someone, because of a race or a map that counter picks him. And then if it was a tie, the tiebreaker match would be a 2v2 match of StarCraft. So that was sick. I love formats like that. We don't see that in fighting games that much. Hopefully that will change as time goes on. This is match point. This is match point. He has level 3 though, right? Oh, but I'll not to spend it because scaling. Chip damage. Eduardo, very good in the video game. And we're going to game 5.
2-2. Real
smart work coming in from VX Bao. See, I was expecting maybe off of opponent's counter he would have let like all of the super rock, or even like a level 1 rock to force that burnout rather early and then maybe go into a sequence. He actually did it vice versa. It still ended up acquiring the same results that he was looking for. So nice work overall. Good conscious effort to utilize different supers for that ender.
Yeah, but the edge switch worked out for him, right? VXBow switch into the character to kind of present something new from Crime-May. Obviously, Ed's got a little bit more range to deal with the normals, and just in general, he's such a tough character to approach. Oh
damn.
My, it's the second time we've seen it now. The ODDB straight through the Hadouken.
Strike throw after that. Still walking up, actually stuck in a butt from the side of VXBow.
Probably not as good as Blaz. I think most people agree with that, right? It's cool that they could have a rivalry. It also would be amazing if one of them played Ken and one of them played Ryu, but
no kill rush here.
Everyone plays every character in this game, so it's kind of different. So the rivalry is great, but I think there's no doubt that Blaz is just a young prodigy.
VXBow good read also, getting that jump out, not only in the corner positioning, but also avoiding the jump hit altogether.
Oh, your drive gauge, help me. VXBow, that's why he jumped away. He still ended up getting burnt out by the fireball. Crime-May finally finds the overhead, but he actually does a combo off.
Oh, what a technical! Is he dead?
Directly into the level 2.
Yes,
that's
man.
Gonna be enough to put him on set point.
That could have been a huge difference maker. Crime-May could have put himself in that position yet again. He just dropped the rest of the combo.
It was tough, man.
I don't know if a pimple growing in. You ever feel that feeling when you get like a welt on your face or a part of your body? It just like hurts, and you're like, "Am I dying, or is that like a pimple coming in?" This is disgusting. That's foul. I apologize.
Oh, immediately challenged with the jab bag. OD Hashigeki now as well.
I'm conditioned to talk continuously while I'm streaming, so I just say whatever stupid thing comes to my mind. Oh my god, now that's the Crime-May I know, man.
Oh, that's
fucking scoop.
Rookie.
And into the corner, man. Eduardo can easily do it here, man. Just kidding.
Oh, and he tried to stand medium kick again, but it was just
Pimples is too far.
Too early to thwart the drive
I apologize.
rush,
It's Sajam's fault, man. He stole my hair. Nah, all these ingrown hairs.
First on the door, VXBow coming in with that drive rush, back-to-back drive rushes, and now
Level deuce. Yep. We're going into round 75 now.
To the corner, the damage output pretty decent.
Scoops him.
VX with a slight drop at the end, maybe a potential reset, but either way, holding on to that flicker, yeah, just in case Crime-May was going to jump. Had the kill rush backwards to nullify it.
Yeah, then we get the forward throw again, establishes it once more. VXBow just needs one. Crime-May the tech of his life there.
Slight delay, I like it. He could still run it back, though. Drive meter's kind of low for Bob, not anymore. Early level 3? Could have done it. Could have done it.
Oh, man, it would have gave him such a big drive gauge advantage, though. Do the CA.
Oh, but saves it for that, letting it rip. Oh, that's something only a young player would do, man.
What a defensive gambit from Crime-May.
And now look at the drive meter. It could happen, man. Cherry pressing. Oh.
No whip punish on the crouch medium kick.
Back-to-back ones.
Still anybody's game here. He's going to clear the screen. The level 2 is there. He's trying to prevent Crime-May from parrying it by
what can you do? Oh my god. This kid's unbelievable, man. Scoop.
So close.
I was ready for the DP. Chocolate to plasma? Where's the EX Hadouken? Oh, shimmy! Micro shimmy! This kid is unbelievable, man. That was so good. That was video games. That was hella tight. That's I got my clip for this stream, man. Thanks, Crime-May.
For the Red Rooster camp. Damn.
To stay composed to that moment and identify, as you said, right, there's been so many tech throws. There were so many throw techs in clutch moments to save each of their lives. For Crime-May to identify that and compose himself in that moment to bait it out to be the ender. That was incredible stuff right there. This was a nail-biting set. And probably the closest set we've had all SFL so far.
I think I would definitely agree. 100%.
So a lot of the teams are pretty evenly matched. I've not looked at the standings, but everyone's doing good.
I would say like a pretty convincing round as within that first game, I should say, not convincing round, convincing game. But I mean, Crime-May's adaptation towards it all as well, making sure that he understands what ranges he can throw these fireballs at and what liberties he has with the drive gauge against VXBows to force that switch off into.
All right, so the interview's coming up.
And would look to be.
And then I got an ad coming up on Twitch. And I think after that we'll probably call it. We'll probably call it an early stream tonight. I'm gonna watch the rest of these matches, but I got company over, so I don't want to be rude.
VXBow allowing to get that double and also get himself well within the realm of.
Let's see if we can find somebody to raid.
Ragnarok
Ragnarok forces streaming Elden Ring.
Using this meter to force.
If we raid Capcom fighters, that would be hilarious.
And you saw that. That could have been a potential throw.
Yeah. 100%. And yeah, VXBow, even there, right, choosing to end the combo short so he can quickly burn out. Crime may just apply pressure that way. Then this was the final game, right, where we saw so many clutch moments. The stand medium kick directly into the level 2, and then Crime may sending the full CA upon the drive rush cancel. Knowing he's going to be able to blow up that pressure. And this too, right? He tried to get in his face to prevent Crime from parrying the super, not getting any of that drive meter back.
So put him on stream mechanics. I think we can do that. Honestly, we could do like a Mystery Science Theater style if you want. Hold on, I'll go though because we're on break anyway. I'll put the AFK screen up while I wait for the next one, and I'll consult with William, man. I can leave it on until you get here if you want.
Big confidence booster for Crime, right? We wanted to make sure at least like.
I need to re-up my beverage anyway.
One of the other young rookies gets like fully acclimated in situations.
Black Quest is Owen? I don't know what Owen means. Is this a wrestling thing? I don't know what the fuck this means.
Did a phenomenal job of switching from Mai to Ed and really putting that pressure on, but it was so damn close.
Yeah, it was, man. It was probably like we talked about. Probably the closest set we've seen so far here at SFL US. Incredible clutch.
Oh, as in Owen 2? Owen whatever? I like it. I like it.
Awesome to see, of course. But yeah, man, that's 3 games.
It took me a second, dude.
2 more to go, right? And the 2 more sets.
That's critting. Punk just duked on everybody last year, man. It just shows you, man. No one stays on top forever.
I want to thank the people that make SFL happen, right? Big ups to all the sponsors and the lovely collaborators that we have here at SFL because, yeah, without them, we wouldn't be making this happen. So we're going to get to that in a minute, of course. But, yeah, man, the next match, what is it going to be? I believe it's going to be
Bandits versus Falcons.
Bandits versus Falcons.
So wild.
That's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, I got way too ahead of myself. I forgot we got to talk to the winners of the last set as well. So let's go to Rob TV with Red Rooster.
Crime with the best comeback that we've seen so far this season of Street Fighter League. Crime, your first match, you had to play against Mina RD. That was yesterday, your first ever Street Fighter League match. You're welcome to the league moment. Now you go up here and have the crazy comeback against VXBow. How was that first Mina match, and what's it like to now?
Yeah, only Mono has the Red Rooster jersey on.
You can put that in a shorter way if you want.
Sí. So, lo que le está diciendo es que ayer fue tu primer juego en Street Fighter League, o sea, tu bienvenida, tu primer set fue contra Mena, eso fue como que la bienvenida para ti. Obviamente, pues, ese match lo perdiste, pero que fue un juego que jugaste y que ahora viniste el día 2, te toca con VXBow y acabas de dar como que una pelea súper impresionante, con un buen comeback, y que él dice, ¿cómo te sientes?
Oh, comeback.
Con eso.
It's like when you're listening for your name.
De ayer para hoy.
Bueno, la verdad...
It's all comeback, man.
Como con ganas de ganar, obviamente. No estaba ni frustrado, pero estaba como un poquito como decepcionado un poquito por la pérdida, pero ahora, la verdad, ahora mismo me siento súper feliz y contento porque, bueno, pude ahí ganarle a VXBow y pude darle la victoria a mi equipo. Entonces, me siento súper contento y, bueno, bien. Y quiero ir, obviamente, con ganas de más porque hay que seguir jugando y compitiendo contra los demás equipos.
So he said that, so yesterday he did feel like after the loss, he felt a little bit disappointed with the result.
But as you can see, no one wins all the time in SFL. Punk doesn't win all the time.
Every game he's trying to bring the win. And the fact that he could bring play
it's a
against
different format
like and get that W and get those points for the team. He's happy that he got points for the team and that he's able to represent in Street Fighter League and that he's really happy, and there's still more teams to play against, so he's going to give it his all in his upcoming matches as well.
Okay, now please can you go ahead and pass that mic to my man's crossover too. Hey, Crime, your confidence, man. Geez, 14 years old, first time even doing the interview on here, extremely confident. Crossover, you just officially got your first win here on Street Fighter League. You're 1-1 at this point, going up against Jin, world-class player. Just let us know what that win means for you. I know where you come from. You don't get all these opportunities. Let the people know who they're looking at right now.
Well, first, I feel very happy for this win because it's the first one. I lost yesterday, and I was feeling like a little bit down because of that loss. I wanted to win. I wanted to get the win for the team. But now that I won this one, I just feel more motivated now just to keep on playing with the other teams. But yeah, now I have my confidence is up now. So
well deserved.
Counts for a lot, man. I can say I used to be skeptical of that before I played in the tournament, but I think the mental counts for a lot.
Kill everyone.
Okay, talk like that. And as you can see, they backing it up. The confidence all-time high, best comeback that we've seen up to this point. Team Red Rooster, the best iteration that we've seen to date on Street Fighter League, and is only going to get harder. Let's go ahead and send things over to our commentators. Wow.
I love that confidence coming into it.
Shout out to our sponsors at Coors.
Only day 2, but still KSG.
A smooth, refreshing taste that does weigh you down, which is what I need right now.
Internal changes going into the rest of these matches.
Yeah, we already seen them like just once, right, with the Gen change as well, to try to kind of throw him in there and not just throw the plethora of Mize out there. But yeah, man,
they're playing Ringe off. Even they don't like Ringe commentary.
It's about why we had Xiao Hai in the secondary position.
Like, all right, bro, pack it up.
This time. Definitely some interesting decisions going along, but yeah, man, hopefully they can buckle down and turn things around, right? You know, we've seen that in the past at SFL where teams start a little bit weak, a little bit struggle, and then end extremely strong. So still a whole lot of SFL to go. We'll see if we can give them some time to adjust, but right now, these other teams have come to play, bro, and they are not scared of anybody. You heard Crossover right there. He's like, my confidence is back. That means anybody can get it.
I love that. And I need that kind of energy for the rest of the team.
I want
right?
everybody to
carry
get
over
it.
that type of energy, and for Mono to properly facilitate it, right? I think there's a lot of potential coming in from the other 3 players, and in Mono, again, he's felt like he's taken more of like that managerial role, like more of like the coach and like the leader, rather than being like an active player as much. So we'll see if that actually plays along. Maybe there's going to be an opportunity for him to showcase that Aki, or maybe even the Bison, as he hinted at. So we'll see how that plays along. Again, it's only been 2 matches thus far, 3 matches thus far. Hello, I want to make sure I'm proper for Street Fighter League US, but the guys that have been keeping us proper for the season are obviously our sponsors.
Oh my god, Vicious.
As you get ready for the 3rd game,
Segway level
to mention
over
Asus,
9,000, dude.
Being able to elevate your viewing experience with the Asus ROG monitors, featuring stunning visuals, ultra-fast refresh rates, and ergonomic designs. They're perfect.
Limited time deal.
Visit Asus.com to find your ideal display today, as well as taking advantage with that code Asus-SFL for a 15% discount.
Lovely indeed. Of course, to pair along with this monitor, you're going to need peripherals to play on. That's where Brook Gaming has your back, including the all-new Brook Fighter Starburst and a new all-button controller for the next-gen console.
It's really good looking. I know all the leverless controllers start to blend together in terms of how they look, but that one catches my eye.
More to come. It supports the latest platforms on the market, and you need to pick it up now. So
I'm very happy with mine. I have the man.
Fight boards, whatever you may need, it's in the armory.
42.
Shout outs to Brook.
Which I'm
you play good, you also
I have no
look good.
inclination to switch at this moment.
Licensed Street Fighter
but it does look. That's a good looking one.
For the FGC. You can see it right there too. My man Bryce looking mad clean, and also rather impressive that the Sagat embroidered crew neck, it is brand new. It is in.
Wait, is that Machine?
With the detail of the super
they said Bryce. Is that EG Machine?
Real slick.
Am I old? How much of a boomer am I?
When it comes to the Akuma Heaven premium crew neck with that gold on it, and there's definitely a lot of bias towards Akuma, and I don't blame them. Really a badass character. I love the fact that they have a lot of these designs coming through, but honestly, we see the restock coming.
I'm investigating. I'm investigating.
Come on now. Exactly, be sure to scan that QR code down below for all of the goodies from both. Like,
project manager for 10-0 Media. He works at 10-0, man.
All the way up into the new
it is Machine. That is crazy. The StarCraft player. That is crazy. I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Yeah, man, we're going to give you guys a chance to do that, right? So
old level, old.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Go check them out.
I think I knew that somewhere already that he worked there, but I didn't know that I knew that.
What is it again? What is it? The Bandits versus who?
The Falcons.
Oh, my goodness, bro. Bandits versus Falcons is going to be our next match, right?
Transitioning from being a washed-up esports, not washed up, but he's good. But I mean, like, when an answer to what do you do when that road runs out? There's other things you could do. So good for him, man.
That is going to be a lethal set. Mena, Chris.
I am excited for those last 2 sets. That just didn't work. I wish I started earlier, or I wish this started at a different time.
For that first match of the day, you're not going to want to miss it. We'll be right back.
So I'm going to go. Oh, yeah, I'll go away now, and we may come back. That's all I can say. We may come back. Yes.
going right back into our fourth match of the day. Hello. English is hard sometimes. Anyways, our fourth matchup of the day is going to be quite the banger, right? We have Bandits coming up against Falcons, right? One of the biggest questions that have been asked around the world, and also most recently by K-Bird. I see you watching, Playboy. Who is going to stop the newly reinvigorated Bandit squad with Mena at the helm with a brand new motivational spark?
Yeah, man, it really feels like right now we're on a collision course for Bandits versus 2Game, but obviously that's going to be in a few days. Right now, though, we are finding out the order of Team Falcons, and they're sending DCQ up first. Going to be starting everything off. Looks like he's going to be starting with the JP as well, with Oil King in the second position for Terry. Sheehan's actually going to take the tiebreaker slot, while NL back to the anchor position to carry the squad.
Damn, this is going to be quite the hard matchups to kind of fight off against, right? I feel like Bandits has already had like a really, really solid way of like putting themselves together with like not only the players themselves, obviously elite level talent, but also the spread they currently have with the characters, right? In fact, we've heard so much from the side of Mena RD in regards to his confidence, but we've seen a lot of the post interviews come up from Boost. Now we get to switch it up and see our initial conversation between Rob TV and Boost standing by with the Bandits cap. Let's take a look at what Boost Lee had to say about it.
Boost, you are back here on Street Fighter League, and so far, nobody's really been able to touch you, if I'm not mistaken. How do you feel about your performance up to this point, and did you expect it? Are you a cocky player?
No, I try to respect my opponent, because in order to understand your opponent, you first have to respect them, respect their ideals. The game's a battle of ideologies at the end of the day, so understanding them is the first step to creating a game plan that you could win with consistently.
Okay, and when it comes to you creating these game plans, I wonder, are you somebody who goes deep into studying strategies even outside of fighting games? Are you like one of the Art of War, Sun Tzu type of guys?
Yeah, I do that for every video game, like even single player ones, like statistics, you know, like patterns.
Okay.
Stuff like that, you know, animation recognition.
Oh, okay. So you're deep into
that's a part of every game, yeah.
Okay. Now here, of course, the game that we are focused on is Street Fighter 6, and right here for Street Fighter League, you are teamed up with Mena RD. What is it like for the first time teaming up with Mena RD? You guys seem to approach the game in very different ways, but how is he as a teammate?
Yeah, it's great. Well, you know, last year, coincidentally, we on Cloud9 actually helped Bandits get into the playoffs because Shopify and Bandits were pretty close between 5th and 4th, and I took an anchor match off of Shopify, so that helped nudge them into 4th, and then they beat us in the playoffs, like, convincingly.
Yeah, I remember.
But yeah, we already kind of had that connection from me helping them out, but I actually don't think we approach the game in that differently of a way. It's just that he plays a bit less because his execution is, even on his off days, it's just so good that he doesn't really need to focus on playing. Like he can just have a strategy. Like he's so good at, like, you could tell him to do something and
immediately
he'll do it. He won't have an issue where like his brain and his hands will be there will be conflict. He does not have that issue at all.
Well, okay. Now, last thing I want to make sure I ask you about is your next match. It's going to be Bandits versus Team Falcons. They've been around for a long time, Boost. That same team. How do you think you guys match up with Team Falcons?
I think it's gonna be, you know, Bison, DJ, JP, or Terry or C Viper, you know, one of those characters. So I trust that between now and then I got time to review notes, go over some things in training mode and replays, stuff like that,
and be able to pull out that dub.
And I could practice some of the matchups between now and then as well.
Okay. Okay, I definitely like your chances boost up against anybody in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the man himself, Big Boost Lee. Let's go ahead and send things over to our commentators.
I'm telling you, man, putting Boost and Mena's minds together is a very dangerous combination. What's up?
Everything, man.
Yeah,
everything's coming up for Street Fighter fans around the world. I'll tell you what, man. Bandits coming through with someone like the calculator, Boost, being able to... That's what it is, man. He's processing speed. It's very meticulous.
That's such a sick nickname. Oh, man. You've been doing SFL Japan for a while. I can tell with that nickname. Yeah. But we, of course, are at SFL US. Having all kinds of fun here. DCQ versus Kaba is going to be the first match between Bandits and Falcons, right? So obviously Falcons being the away squad sent up DCQ. You saw the order previously. He's been the player they've chosen to start a lot of these sets with, right? I think just a great tone setter, extremely confident, always goes into every match thinking he's going to bring home the dub. And Bandits, actually to a surprise for me, going to be setting up Kaba to try to face off against the JP to start with.
Right on. Very excited to see how this is going to be played out, right? DCQ having a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow as he had to fight off against 2G's Blaz a little bit earlier ago. Hopefully, he's able to pretty much recuperate from that going up against Kaba. Whereas from the side of Kaba, like we haven't seen him necessarily show off his prowess just yet in regards to like his first matchup when he faced off against Red Rooster. Like we didn't really get to like see him, right? Like we didn't really get to see him like show off, but against FlyQuest, he actually fell short to Riddles in 2-0 fashion. The first match to start off the entirety of the season, a lot of nerves probably kicked in, but now DCQ going back to the JP, by the way.
Yeah, and again, like he was already locked in with that at the start. That's why I'm a little surprised they set up Kaba. I feel like Kaba's had some rough draws here, like Riddles as well, right? The Terry does pretty good against the Guile. Theorized JP does pretty good against the Guile, but we'll see how it all plays out here. And figuring out the goals here, trying to get Kaba to react, maybe drain some of that drive meter via parry bait. But both players playing slow right now. It's going to be the type of meticulous match we expect between two heavy projectile characters.
As much as I agree with like the pacing being slow in terms of the exchange of like the two characters, like the speed coming out from the fireballs from DCQ is definitely at a pretty high rate, right? He's throwing a lot of these fake outs to see if Kaba's going to react to them, and then every so often he'll throw a real ghost to kind of disrupt potentially a Sonic Boom or even catch a startup. But even so, he's throwing out so many different avenues. He has the spike, he has the departure up above. It's really been like a battle of projectiles, more so from the side of DCQ. He doesn't have to worry from this far out, but the OG Sonic Boom does get the initial knockdown now from Kaba. He's still at the deficit in regards to life, but he hasn't really had any big points of pressure yet.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's been a grind here. So we got 20 seconds. Both players with like half their life left. Oh, but right now, Bandits Kaba has finally worked him towards the corner. To be an opportunity. He does have the life lead now as well, right? So he's kind of just baiting DCQ into coming to him as we only got 9 seconds left on the clock. Huge throw, though, with this amount of time left, especially with a level 2 to follow.
Excellent defense from the side of Kaba. 3 seconds left.
Oh, he tried the command grab and he checked it. Kaba. What a way to hold on to victory, bruh.
What a G. He looked up. He's like, yeah, man, I've been here. I can hold down back. I can like wait all out the projectiles as long as I need to. That was rather impressive. I still can't believe that was a time over, by the way. It just felt like so many APMs when it comes to the projectiles DCQ was throwing out at him.
Yeah, that's the thing, right, is that they weren't in close quarters, but there was so much on the screen consistently. Kaba able to keep us cool through all that and make his way through the obstacle course. Now getting the upside down kick against the Ghost as well. Oh, no. What? It looked like he was holding the down back charge, expecting the flash kick, but MIA. No cat's eye.
Not even a milk cart. Looking at it right now, DCQ has been at quite the deficit, at least within this round, right? Okay, let it rock with a level 3. Hella damage incoming. Actually, you might be dead.
Yeah, I think he's straight up dead right here. DCQ, wrong time to jump. We saw Kaba, he didn't get that first anti-air, but boy, did he ever make up for it on the second jump, land the full super ring out to take the first game.
I'm glad he was so ready with that, right? Not just going for like any sort of regular anti-air. It was really up to DCQ to kind of think about whether or not Guile had maintained his charge. That was definitely a critical error from the side of him. He's like, you know what? Maybe I could risk a flash kick. No, no, no. He had level 3 locked and loaded for a long time. You might have forgot with how long that first round came up, or like how long that first round lasted. But Kaba, again, great recognition overall. Despite missing that initial anti-air prior to that, I still think he made up pretty solid amends off of that level 3.
100%. I really want to go back and look at like the drive gate situation in that last moment, right? Because Kaba's doing a good job of like saving the OD projectile to out-prioritize either the faint ghost or the real ghost, right? And I wonder if DCQ was like low enough to not be able to throw his own OD and then jump over. We gotta go back and check that when we get the chance. But Kaba is able to take the first game right and just schemed on DCQ eventually jumping a boom, and man, did he ever cash out a huge reward. So now Kaba just needs one more game right as we're still in 2 out of 3 territory. Just the first match. You can see encouraging pats from the side of Team Falcons. Like, don't get too discouraged just yet. We just got 1 game in the book. Still plenty of more Street Fighter to play.
Ooh, and the Bison switch up coming in from DCQ. Now we get to see a different way of disrupting the timing against the booms, but now the jump in, getting checked again. Kaba's defense has been rather solid, both in the face of like the jump ins. The anti-airs are solid, obviously, but also what he showed off in the first round of game 1 against JP's level 2. So forcing the switch up now from DCQ. Quite a statement to make. Now we get the plus frames. True strike throw mix up after the drive rush back roundhouse. He actually got hit. He went for a tick throw. He was predetermined to go for that. And now the punish counter against the whiff throw, well within rights and the range to let the guns loose. Kaba, he ain't dropping that. Level 1.
Man, what a play right there. That's a heartbreak for DCQ for it to all go wrong off of a commitment throw after the counter hit jab. But hey, that's Street Fighter. Now Kaba is going to be able to be 1 round away.
Like, that's Street Fighter, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's no crying in baseball, there's no crying in Street Fighter either.
Facts. Reality of the situation, you know what you signed up for.
It was in the user agreement as you installed the game.
Exactly.
It's in the fine print. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. Read the fine print, Playboy. Sorry.
Now Kaba again, he's maintained so much control in this set, even with the switch to Bison now. Which again has some tools to get in on Guile in the projectile game, but Kaba, nice job from DCQ.
That was within range to punish the low medium kick stand jab. I'm impressed. That was kind of shocking.
Wow, identification. Oh, he tried the empty jump throw tag and DCQ instead shimmied. That was such a great response to somebody empty jumping out of the corner.
Woo. What a rebuttal from DCQ overall. You're talking about that identification. My man was looking like a bouncer. He's like, it's a fake one.
I'm legit.
Get it out of here.
Not at my club.
Club Shadow League?
Oh.
That's sick.
Man, Bison got amnesia. He don't even know what club he's going to now.
Dude. Like, his whole storyline is him after like a week-long binge of drinking. I feel like. He's like, I got a sweep, I got a slide, wait, I got psycho power, this is sick, I got a horse.
Oh, man. Oh, he tried the back throw right there, but again, it might have been outside of range this time. A couple of miscalculated throws from DCQ are costing him heavily. How are we gonna get that drive gauge? My goodness, that's the step kick, deleting the rest of it. Now your back's against the wall. We had 1 dragon suplex.
Single he could do it from either side. Luckily not a counter hit from the knee bullet, crouching heavy punch, and the sneaking off the DI. DCQ not ready. He had a fully loaded stock of meter. 1, 2, or 3 would have been able to suffice, but Kaba with the mentality and the gusto to throw out that last second DI. Really well played and a W on the board. I want to say young man, we've known him for quite some time, so I don't even know how old he is, but damn, Kaba. Nice way to start it off for the Bandits.
100%, man. Way to get the first game under your belt. Already 10 points to the squad, right? That was the impressive level 2 defense that you highlighted. And then the impressive check of the command throw. I just love he kept with the comeback buttons afterwards, right? He's like, I'm not going to let DCQ do anything that brings him back into this match. Really smart stuff. Because with those light buttons as well, if something got OD amnesia and he wasn't going to get outright punished, right? He would have had time to block. Just such good decisions from Kaba. Can see the deep thought as well after that first game where we saw DCQ switch to the Bison, but that did not prove successful either. Kaba looking so sick today.
It's exactly the caliber of Kaba that we needed pretty early on, right? A little bit shaky from the first game, but immediate rebuttal coming through with this performance overall. Like, not only was his offensive pressure impressive, but also like the preventive measures he's taken against DCQ has been so on point. Just calculate the amount of times he's had very successful anti-airs, both with the flash kick, with the supers, with the normals, right? Pretty high percentage overall to cause DCQ to falter in that corner.
Yeah, indeed, man. So 1 character down for Falcons as Bandits puts the tenor on the board. I believe their next player, if I recall correctly, is a DCQ just win. So now we got Oil King in the building, right? That's what I thought, which is why I expected the Boost pick actually from Bandits first, just to avoid the mirror. But Boost does have multiple characters, right? But it looks like he's just gonna go at him with Terry on Terry action. Boost, all right, what a statement to be made here. Oh, you know who it was? I think the Falcons match. I think it was Oil King that was age 40. I think it was Juninho Ross with 37.
There's no shot Oil King is 40.
Yeah, I know, right? Aging so beautifully. And Boost on the other end, a young man in his own right, though. Only age 23, has really become prominent in the Street Fighter scene with Street Fighter 6. Has had incredible results in NA.
So I definitely had to like take a little bit of a pause while you were talking to look over in Wikipedia. My man is definitely 40.
You were double checking our stats?
I had to. Oil King does not look a day over like 26.
I legitimately was going to say, yeah, like 25.
Dude, what the hell is happening?
Yeah. Incredible aging from this man, as always. He's always in good spirits, you know? He just carries a good vibe around. It was so funny earlier. I was sitting at a table with him, Brian Job, and of course Shien. And Shien was telling Brian, like, we got to talk, DJ players, we got to talk afterwards. And Oil King deadass said, what are you guys going to talk about, music?
Yeah.
What type of tech you guys got to share, yeah, DJ players? But yeah,
what's on your playlist?
Just always a goofy fella, you know what I mean? So always keeping the happy, smiley vibes around. And I imagine that contributes to his beautiful aging. Boost, on the other hand, my man Boost is stressed a lot.
Yeah.
He's got to chill out, learn to enjoy life a little bit. But I always enjoy the meticulous nature of how he approaches fighting games, right? So let's see if that can outmatch the good vibes of Oil King.
We'll find out. The Calculator versus the King in the Terry mirror match of Game 2 between these two Titans. Here we go. Already off to a very, very aggressive start from both ends. Boost with a big rebuttal. Get the quick burn, dash up, slight hezzy. Does get the forward throw. Oil King back towards the wall. How do you combat against it?
Oh man, it's a bit short on that drive rush, but it still works out for Boost as he keeps the combinations going in the corner. Oh, that's plus frames off the round wave. Oh. Yeah, again, another one that's +5 on block.
Nasty work. Oh, counter hit.
Couldn't quite convert off of it from there. Had the level 1 available, but didn't want to let it rip.
Totally understandable too, right? It wouldn't have been like a really big switch up in regards to like the drive gauge damage, even like the life deficit or life change up, I should say.
Yeah. Boost, man, is so good at just the 1-4 jab game. This time for taking all his drive meter. He's got so much. I was gonna say, you gotta imagine he's gonna spend it if he does get a crouch medium kick to connect. Oh, same great cell.
You know, you took the words right out of my mouth. Get the plus frames in hot pursuit. Boost still ready to challenge after that drive rush. Pretty much very close to life. Oil King with a slight advantage, actually. Not anymore! That's going to be the death of him. Boost taking advantage of that reluctancy, getting that back throw for the first round.
So we talked about the potency of the OD power wave. We talked about it at the very beginning where we saw Juninho lay that trap for Oil King earlier. That was because Oil King didn't have the meter to match his own right. So, right, Boost just powered through anything he had.
Dash up really scary, going unchecked even more so. Boost does land that throw, tries to set out a message with that roundhouse. That was Oil King still actually getting stuffed out a bunch of times over the punish counter, way too close. And I like him going for the quick burn to see if Boost would react with anything on defense.
Yeah, exactly right. He just blocked it out, left him standing. See if Boost was going to get frisky about it. But instead snipes him with the crouching medium kick. Didn't have to spin meter either because he went with the target combo. Oh, sniped the Oil King at that back's range with the crouching medium kick. Not shooting the spinning meter yet. Slight hesitation opens up Boost's defense, and now we spin the level 3 here. Oh. Straight back in it. Boost, though, plenty of meter on his own right. One touch means death for Oil King. It is still a very intense match, and there is that one touch. The overhead is all he's gonna need. Boost, first game on the board.
That is crazy. My man turned into One Punch Man. Right on the overhead, right on the cabeza. Boost. Pretty significant smile on his face. Most of the time, we barely get to see any sort of emotion from him, but like the way that the Bandits camp stood up, Chris T just waving his arms. What is happening? The fanfare going nuts for Bandits.
Definitely love seeing the comeback from Boost's side. All it took was that one hit, and he went for the gusto, went for the Hail Mary. Big, perfect parry from Oil King now, though. Oh, and the side switch.
Excuse me?
Cobb Boost trying to check it. I think he just realized it a little bit too late. Establish these throws here. Knows Oil King is willing to take it because of how much of a life lead he has. Nice cross cut.
Oh, back throw again. So much control back for Boost, actually beating out the parry initially. What do you do about this? Does catch the walk back. Quick bring it again. Boost actually rebuttaling with the button. Both in burnout. The drive reverse, so now in benefit of Boost because he is the one that gets to act. He got the knockdown. He got the throw. And now the crack kick, forcing a lot of this potential frame trap. One more touch. Actually, a chip sequence would have been more than enough. And Oil King actually taking a screenshot of that one. I totally understand. I want to dissect that for future use.
Man, yeah, I love that right before that sequence, before that last knockdown, he used the round wave, right, just in case Oil King woke up with a level 1 or something like that. That would have shut that down because of the projectile property. Oh, and then Boost cutting the drive rush short via the power wave. You can just try to manipulate with Oil King's expectations.
Ooh, just at the edge of that low medium kick. Oil King now being able to shot. Okay, maybe not.
And that time, though, Boost was already committed to the power wave, though. No big damage, but again, another backdash gets clipped. Oil King got to be checking for these backdashes. Boost is straight up chasing them down. Did the same thing in the last round as well.
No more backdashes to be had from the side of Oil King. He has to play it straight up as a ton of frame traps are going to be coming in from the side of Boost. A lot of chip damage. You saw the backdash initially to create some space, but Boost really taking those liberties with the burn knuckle while Terry's in burnout. Yes, sir. We are going to make sure that we catch some of these DIs. Oil King regaining his drive gauge as well with a huge bit of damage.
Yeah, big time play from Oil King. The response, OD to clear the screen again. We talked about that. This tug of war over drive gauge, determining who gets the OD fireball. Oh man, he tried to whip punish.
And he tried to drive rush through it. I'm pretty sure he did like a parry into like the drive rush, right? Some of your tendencies to go for some of these option selects do bite you in the end.
Yeah, 100%. Right, how power wave again, same frame, and this time Oil King adjusts for the crack shooter to go straight over it.
I like that. Something we haven't seen too often. Counter hit, Boost's timing, getting caught with that grab. Oil King really not being able to take any sort of advantages while having Boost in that corner.
Yeah, whiffing the bird knuckle for the side switch right there. Boost. That clip, Oil King was staying so consistent with those long range lights.
Oh,
and again,
backdash!
Backdash, bro. He keeps doing it after the medium kicks too. And that's when Boost is just sending the drive rush. He knows the backdash is coming.
Knocking on the door a little bit, still plus frames off of that Fierce. Also maintaining his control by getting ready for the rising tackle. A single throw will do it for Boost. And Oil King thought the same exact thing. Boost with the hezzy via the jump, securing another 10 points for the Bandits camp. Looking unstoppable right now.
And that's what I talked about when it comes to the jumps and attacking the moment of recognition, right? That's why you walk a little bit before that jump. So you just plant the seed in your opponent's mind that the walk up into something is coming, whether it be button, throw, whatever it may be, right? He just walked up just enough to catch Oil King looking to throw and then jumped out of it. Beautiful stuff from Boost. Just the general, man. I love his nuanced answers to players. This is why I love watching the guy, right? We saw how many times that backdash just got completely exploited, right? Oil King kept backdashing after these certain instances, whether it was after he got him to block stand medium kick, after certain ranges with power wave, and Boost was just sending drive rushes, figuring that the backdashes were coming. Incredible reads and just in general, a way to defeat Oil King.
I didn't realize, like, as the Bandit cap stood up, it was just MenRD with, like, a stoic look, put his hands up. He didn't want to, like, celebrate too much. Really, man.
There's the backdash,
Kobe Bryant mentality. But, yeah, Oil King, again, you highlighted one of the biggest weaknesses. There's a certain pattern that he's pretty much showing out there. After medium kicks, after certain sequences, he would backdash. And then Boost, taking full advantage of that situation, he thought to himself, you know what, I've been getting away with a lot of these throws. I think it's about time. In my calculations, checking the watch, it's about a freckle past the hair. Let's get this throw bait going.
Yeah, incredible stuff. That's what I was talking about. You saw that little walk before the jump in, right? That just baits the opponent. It's exactly when they recognize what you're doing is when you're already jumping. So there's a quick step behind. Beautiful sequencing from Boost right there as Falcons going to send their anchor into battle with what we presumably is going to be matched up with MenRD.
I mean, Christitarian. He's going all in.
Maybe.
I'm totally kidding.
Maybe Christy. Come on out.
And NL. With the Akuma, he's got quite a lot on his plate, right? I mean, 0 points so far for the side of the Falcons camp, at least within this matchup. MenRD looking rather unstoppable right out the gate with a very impressive record in general, right? This is going to be much more of a question as to what NL can do to even, like, dent the aura of MenRD.
That was the most perfect way to put it, right? Like, Meta RD, he's got the full hockey going. Like, he is walking into rooms, and if you're not of a certain level, you're passing out immediately. That's just how he carries himself right now. So NL, of course, one of the most elite players in the world, comes from a very strong region. We shall see, right, how he fares up against the Bull, because we've seen so many top-level players. I mean, Mena makes them look like Johnny Donuts, bro. Like, it is wild to see how he dismantles some of the best players in the world. So NL, he said, give me a different stage or whatever that was, bro. He is so locked in these moments. You could tell even just from here, already ready to put a body in a bag as he is smiling about what he's checking.
As we get ourselves geared up again to kind of put the stakes on the line, Falcons coming in after a previous deficit against 2G, and that was a very big shutout against them. They needed as many points on the board. In day one, they had a pretty impressive showing against Shopify Rebellion. That was a 30-point ball game for them, but as it stands right now, they have not been able to compose themselves up until this point. Can NL bring them out of this rut for at least today against Mena RD? Can't emphasize that enough.
Man, Mena, you can see the big deep breath here, settling himself in, stretching out like he talked about, right? Oh, you see it right there. He talked about it. Once we're in game, that's not Mena RD anymore. That's a different guy. The Bull has taken over, and let's see if NL can handle it.
It's Carlos Blanca right there. You know what I'm saying? Street Fighter 2, the movie style. Charlie! What a reference, dude. Like, how did you... Come on, guys.
Deep cut. Deepest cut.
How did you get Blanca from Charlie? Don't worry about it.
Right now here, Mena's already got an early life lead, but NL manages to confirm the target combo from long distance. Now that's,
Did you see the reaction to the Demon Raid immediately with the neutral jump? Mena RD, how are you even sniping that out? Falcons NL, though, being able to kind of recalibrate temporarily.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with Blanca and Mena RD, right? At any moment, he could be back in your face. And that moment you think you have to collect yourself immediately just gets taken away. Nice job. That button beat the air Blanca ball, but dropped it only to pick it up later. 5-second rule, you know, it's still good.
I would still eat that.
Yeah. Like anything Blanca's prepared, you know, I'll tell you that much.
Sounds really good, right? Anyways, Mena RD does get the pickup. You get the Lightning Beast engaged. Come on out, little fella.
How are we gonna party with this guy? Got your wingman with you.
Oh! No, it's gonna be too low to the ground to do anything with it.
Yeah. And they'll try to bait him. You saw that, right? Another perfect parry, and now he doesn't get the landing punish. That's so unfortunate. And the doll was just waiting there the whole time like the good employee he is. All right, wait a minute out. Are we gonna see?
It's so wild. They just sit there, right? Battery's not included. There's no disclaimer on that. What a pickup off of the punish cover, by the way. And still don't get used to that. But here we go. The level 3. It's going to be CA. We do get the drive gauge drained from Mena RD, but does it even matter for him? He's got a substantial life lead to play with.
Exactly right. It's still going to be a good look, but I don't know how good of a look it's going to be now.
Damn, that hurt. Like I've never heard Blanca scream.
Oh, just a clean walk under at the perfect moment. I don't know, man.
My man doing the shimmy and shake on the way over, by the way. That animation is so funny, all in burnout. Mena RD still being able to walk under. Oh, that is a great whiff punish coming from the side of NL.
Yeah, set him up too, right? That first whip button. Oh, and then back dashing just directly out of the range of air Blanca ball. That was an impressive answer from NL.
Forward throw, dash up, knocking on the door with a couple of lights. Within range for control, by the way. OD up ball as a response past the drive rush cancel. Little fella, we are going to get that drive gauge depleted, but it's on NL's accord. Does get that drive reversal.
That was so sweet. The coward crouch as well to avoid the fireball. He would have got chipped out if he didn't get a perfect parry. Excuse me, burned out if he didn't get a perfect parry on that last one. That's allowed him to build all this drive gauge back. Spins the lightning beast. NL just took the chip, but you're in the corner now, and he has no answer to the DI. 2 bars were there. He can't bust it out. Mena, every single round with Blanca under the sun is known, and he takes the first game.
Damn, he wasn't even done with the combo either. He had built level 1 for himself, plenty of damage left in the tank, and also, more importantly, the DI check while NL had a fully loaded stock of butter in the refrigerator.
Yeah, so surprised, man. You gotta season your food, bro. Throw some more butter in there.
I like that. Buttering up the pan. Let's see if it's gonna be applying for NL right now. Damn it.
Arthur's just waiting outside the door.
That's true.
Oh my goodness. Meta RD with the payback this time. Baiting NL to that crouch medium range to whip punish him up.
Oh, punish counter on the air ball.
Nice job from NL right there. Recognizing the regular air ball. Obviously did get toned down. Oh, roundhouse landing frame punish as well.
And I'll show you a lot more confidence too. Checking the dash afterwards. The command dash specifically. Uh-oh. Conversion off of the light. That was a counter after all. Not able to get a standing light kick. Oh boy!
All right. That was one of the sickest things I've seen. Well done from NL. Really delayed dive kick to bypass the roundhouse anti-air.
My man had mad hang time on that.
Shit.
He got the jump mans on.
Air Akuma.
Sounds terrifying.
When are they going to give him air demon, bro? Jumba, he just jump demons you.
I mean, like, we had that with Oni. Like, why not bring it back?
True. Yeah,
why not bring that back?
Oh, good blocks there. Might have been the cross-up, and that was prepared for it.
Has anyone ever tried that, actually? Maybe it's a secret move. Yeah. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, right there, though, he sends it. The big fierce followed by the animate flame into the level 3. That is so much damage, but Blanca living for now.
Don't let this comeback happen to you. Do not become a highlight reel. Nice and easy, willing to take any sort of trade. NL, excellent decision making to keep himself cool. Crouch jab, tying it all up.
And that's a big W to get, obviously, just put on the board. But the fact that you got it after Meta RD already got a win himself, and the momentum he's been just carrying through every match, that's a good sign for NL and Team Falcons.
And it feels like the unlikely hero most of the time with NL. Like, he's come out to play most of the times in previous seasons of Street Fighter League as one of the biggest contenders in the anchor positioning, right? Keeping toe for toe with Meta RD right now is signs of that. Now we get the back throw into the control, but he's going to be backing away, actually. He doesn't even want to try to risk any of the options. You clipped the rainbow ball? How do you even anticipate that?
That was so sick. Recognizing the juggle point on it as well. He got so much damage out of that air-to-air, but wait a second.
Getting back to Street Fighter 2. The fake ball.
Oh my God, he's buffering, bro. And then the roundhouse gets the counter hit off of it. Allowing him to link here, and now he does have a meter, but Mena, he's gonna go on a lightning beast instead, right? He's not gonna look for the DI. He's got respect for NL's reactions and the super meter. Oh my goodness!
I am not against that option. I am 100% not against that option. Throw would have definitely killed him if he got a little bit closer. Maybe clip out a normal and counter it, but still, Mena RD with the wherewithal to sit there and block it.
Yeah, incredible defense from Meta RD right there, just waiting for any type of reversal option. He spent so much meter in this instance, but now that's why he's got, oh, never mind.
Oh, flash a tap parry, puts himself into burnout. Meta RD does luckily find a way out, at least with the lightning. So it's the flatter. Instead, the damage is dealt off of the DI. NL, the right appropriate reads. I like this. Gain some of your drive gauge back.
Gonna spend 2 bars on it, not the full 3, right? Oh,
but he didn't convert off of it, range.
Yeah, it was so deep, bro. Busted open Blanca's cranium. We got a drive reversal. Did not commit to anything, and that is gonna be a 2-1 lead now for Meta RD. And what a moment to escape the grasp of NL. It looked like he might have been able to kill off that jump in, honestly. They got away from him. You gotta shake that one off and have that short-term competitive memory.
Damn, that was such a deep jumping fierce, right? Like, even if it was perfect parried, I don't think he had anything to really fear.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he just commits to the normal until he sees the spark or until he sees the screen freeze.
Yeah, a little strange. He's able to escape NL, but has the corner already trying to make up for it in this round. But man, these reversal Blanca balls, they've been really catching NL's timings on these like sequences for the block strings in the corner.
Normal, he drive rush initially now. The ender of the roundhouse Tatsu throws incoming. No, he's gonna knock on the door a little bit, back away. OD Blanca ball, Meta RD forcing some space against him and his competitor.
Oh, the OD again. Oh, but he caught him committing to the throw that time. And now willing to bet on the wake up. Gets a round on the board.
And we're hearing Kaba of old. You can hear him in the background, clapping it up. He's getting the buff. He's activated Bard mode.
Yeah, exactly, bro. The inspirations are just flying out left and right. Coming from Kaba, talking in the background, but NL again, the drive reversal saying those extra D6s ain't gonna help you, dog. Oh, but maybe they will. Running the low again here and just applying this pressure. NL's been playing such solid defense though. What a sick punish against the Blanca ball, the perfect parry.
This guy NL's pretty sick, right? As impressive as MetaRD has been like all season long in terms of the CBC season, NL is really giving him a run for his money.
Yeah, this is like the most human I've seen Meta look, but there's the rainbow ball catching him, protect your neck, bro. Oh, and there is the air blocker ball after the blocked overhead. Meta is 1 round away.
Damn, really trying to test the reactions. Drive rush forward into the standing short just to kind of like wait and see how NL would react. Uh-oh! Ah, not too big. Luckily for NL. No big damage punish.
Indeed, and then immediately pressing the light after that as a minus range for Blanca, but figured that NL was going to try to get close, which was extremely correct. Oh, we tried to bait out another throw right there. You saw the walk back.
Oh! Right into the fierce. That is every ranked player's doom and gloom.
And NL is so dangerous with the amount of meter he has.
Uh-oh!
What a perfect parry right there. It's still high enough. Oh, wait.
Come on, man. Come on now.
Man, some drops from NL has been such a heartbreaker to see. Now the Lightning Beast just scheming in the shadows. Another great perfect parry on the Blanca ball.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Is that gonna be a Blanca exclusive? I can't remember if it's a character specific. I know like you could do that against Zangief as well.
Okay. And then again, just getting up in there with the drive rush cancel into the throw. The Lightning Beast is gone now as well.
Trying to pass the charge as well. Low forward does get clipped. Just gotta dump out the rest of the damage. Do not drop that yellow cake, son.
I'm sorry. That was a good one. Oh.
Wrapped in a special Capcom napkin.
The blue and yellow cake.
Yeah, dude.
NL, man, what a response right there. And yeah, beating MetaRD to the button, which we rarely see, right? It feels like MetaRD is so honed in on everybody's timings. He beats them to the punch more often than not. And NL has done a great job of throwing him off his game and again responding immediately.
Oh, that was a punish counter. You saw a reversal from the side of MetaRD. Back-to-back throws. NL feeling it now. Slight hezzy on the crouching medium punch. The hesitation coming in from MetaRD. Doesn't even want to try to enforce his will with the button. Okay!
Oh, to get another parry gets thrown, and NL's done such a good job countering a lot of these moves that MetaRD wants to go with. Oh, it's the
leg. What a choice, too. Doesn't even want to try to close the gap. Using the rest of his meter and also his range to be able to... Oh, my God! The snipe out from NL. Match point, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Crouch Strong just straight up counter hit like that. Oh, he sends the ODDP after that as well. NL is feeling himself, but he's burnt out. And it was all because he spit that meter on that ODDP to try to maintain that offense in the corner. Now MetaRD's got a big opportunity. Oh, that was so sneaky, bro. The Lightning Beast right back down into the DI. Thinking he was going to take to the skies instead. Empty jump, that's going to be enough damage. We're on to a final round.
Fully loaded NL, by the way. Level 3 to his name. MetaRD tries to send out a standing short. In reaction, NL actually got the full punish counter. Forward throw now. This is the exact start any Akuma player needs. Air ball, nothing of it. Anti-air. An up ball, big Hail Mary. MetaRD finds the mark.
That felt like a little bit of a delayed up ball as well. I see. Oh, and the big empty jump right there. He tried to parry it like we saw previously. He gets the throw this time.
Back in the very low on drive gauge, by the way, now at the 3-bar threshold. Will confirm. And L sniping out the drive rush, clearing out the rest of his gauge. He's going to be the one to put a dent, a significant one at that, towards MetaRD's record. It's going to be the Falcons walking away with a W.
What a showing from NL right there, man, to finally make MetaRD look human. This dude hasn't looked mortal since Evo Vegas. Finally put the scratch on him. It forces a tiebreaker match between Falcons and Bandits.
Brother, of all players, to put a stop towards the Blanca and actually answer the question we had pretty much prefaced it with who's going to be able to stop MetaRD. NL comes in the most clutch of scenarios, being able to take it after what felt like an onslaught from MetaRD in the first couple of games.
Yeah, and we saw some heartbreaking drops from NL as well, right? We're so used to not seeing those. The fact that he was able to overcome that, it's just a testament to his competitor mindset, right? Not letting these things bother him, not carrying that emotional baggage over to another round, really just staying clean every single one and taking it round by round. Incredible stuff from NL right there. And like we talked about, right, getting that dub early had to do a lot for his confidence because Mena has been so successful when he gains momentum. It feels like nobody can stand up to him. The fact that NL was composed, even off of something like that, right, tries a hard read, doesn't work out, it's all right. He does other things later on that work out to great success.
What's kind of wild is, like, as strong as Mena RD can be on the offensive, and I was actually rather surprised, like, in terms of, like, pattern recognition. This is all hindsight, by the way, from a different perspective. The recognition of not being able to sense when the perfect parries were coming upon his airborne approach, I feel like that's dampened so much, and even from the Blanca balls, although we kind of chilled off for a little bit, majority of the time, all these Blanca balls that have come through, NL's been punishing successfully. Any of the jump-ins, he's at the perfect parry odds. Towards the end of the set, that's when we finally started to see Mena RD start to throw these attempts, and immediately after that was recognized from NL, he changed up his game, he got out of the way, and also banked on some of these counter pokes.
Yeah, he did a great job. He felt more prepared for Blanca than I see most players, right? We saw the sick, like, backdash out of the air, Blanca ball reversal to get the punish. Just in general, it felt like he didn't let many things escape him. We see the sick, like, perfect parries on the Blanca ball, so the jump in punish. Everything was very well calculated from NRD in this situation. Perfect check on the drive rush. Shut him down to take it 3-2. Well done from NL to keep Team Falcons alive. Oil King, the relief on his face, bro. He's like, let's go.
I'm glad he doesn't have to talk about DJ anymore. I'll tell you what. He's like, now we can talk about Akuma. Nice work, man. We go ourselves into a, for some reason, I thought it was going to be like a tiebreaker scenario. I thought it was going to be like the complete W for Falcons. This is indeed the tiebreaker scenario. I got ahead of myself. That was a big W from the anchor spot. But now we get Chris T versus Shen.
Oh, man, the tiebreakers step into the battlefield, right? Bandits Chris T. And then Xian repping Falcons and Gaming Gladiators here. The DJ versus the Ken. This should be a fun one. We're back to 2 out of 3 territory now as well. And whoever gets this is getting the whole dub for their squad. But that's just a testament to how powerful Bandits are as well, right? Even Mena RD losing, Boost and Cabo were able to take the dubs and get into this tiebreaker round. Let's see if Chris T or Xian is going to be the one that clutches it out for their squad.
How do you follow up after watching those previous 2 Titans just duke it out on the desolate battlefield? It's like, it's hard to. You got to be mad inspired, though, by both ends, honestly. Like, Chris T coming out to find vengeance for his teammate, for his captain. Xian riding off that high from NL. It's going to be very ambiguous. It's going to be very difficult to even call who would get the best over the other.
And I love the fact that they're doing a lot of talking right now, Team Falcons is, because, again, we're going back to 2 out of 3, right? You don't have a lot of games to experiment with. So you might as well get the words of advice and what you think is going to help him in this matchup in now. So hopefully he can get that first game dub and maybe ride that to just a 2-0. So I like the strategy from Team Falcons. Again, they've been together for so long, right, at SFL US, year after year after year. They know how to approach these scenarios, including the tiebreakers. Chris T, a veteran of this as well, right? And you can tell how inspired he is. I love that you bring that up because Bandits Mena RD earlier was talking about how he wants to get Chris T his second ring, right? He wants to do this for his squad. Now it's time for Chris T to set up for his captain.
We know Chris T to be pretty much a neutral monster, right? He's very cognizant of, like, a lot of the ranges for, like, a good majority of the cast, and obviously he's had his gripes when it comes to the meta, especially when DJ was running amok against a lot of players in Season 2, right? So he's got that really firm understanding of the ranges DJ can present. However, with the movement, it could be a little bit more ambiguous. Xian's given so many different looks. We started off with Sobot, and now we're seeing a lot of these delayed knees coming in.
Yeah, Chris T starting to look for the parry right. Oh my goodness, she is anti-air attempt. Got shut down. I can't imagine it was the up kicks. Maybe got something else.
Odie Sway.
Yeah, it was Odie Sway right, trying to get out of the range of it and maybe anti-air afterwards, but it wasn't quick enough. That jump fierce from Ken. That's one of those early buttons that hit quickly on the jump in like we talked about with Luke's earlier.
A bit of a slugfest, at least more of a scramble because it came through lights, but Christitarian trying to initiate, at least temporarily. Xian picking up the rhythm, man. I like that. That was actually kind of sick to go into the jackknife.
Yeah, I love that. Recognizing the juggle point that the anti-air with a dry brush button gives you.
Oh, and it's a counter hit. Being able to get that link stand jab into the DP. Forward throw now, Christitarian.
We'll try to get a little bit of a head setup right there. And then again, just outside that crouch medium punch range, Chris T gets him and puts him away. Kaba and the rest of the Bandits very pleased with how that first game went.
I think it's like a proud father moment for Minard.
Yeah.
It's like, Papa, did I do it? Chrissy Terry looking back, it's like, Papa, did I do it?
Papa, are you proud, Papa?
You still got one more.
The job is not done, son. But that is the thing, right? I mean, this is going to be a big, like, feather in the cap for Mena, even taking this L, right, if Bandits managed to win, because that means every other player won. So you know he's going to be very happy about how it all plays out, even with an L. But here we go. Christie still got to get through Xian. It's not an easy task, even if you only got one game to go.
Fireballs now coming out from the side of Christie to kind of prevent Xian. I'm getting kind of wild with the soul bots, right? I like that introduction of the fireball game to have Xian second guess his approach.
Christie, it looks like he's delaying the second jab a little bit. Kind of blow it up Xian's button attempts, and now, yeah, the fireball with the throw tech looking clean as well.
Oh. Christie setting himself up nicely, too. Fireball's been doing a lot of the talking for the side of Can. You get the cross, got Xian temporarily out of the corner, but not out of pressure, though.
Oh, yeah, Christie is just committing to specials after these crouch medium kicks. Some are connected, some are not. Nice run stop. Pressure, or check, I should say, from Xian.
We got the time and momentum for Xian to kind of like hang back with the slashes, a couple of them. But Christie, he's the one with the life lead. He's still the one gunning for the toes. And Christie Terry now on match point.
Yeah, man, Christie doing a good job just committing to the fastest possible drive rush, right, and then taking what Xian gave him after. He was just outside of range of crouch fears.
Oof.
Oh, that one, though, was perfectly in range. And faked him out with that. Actually landed instead of the knee connecting.
Wild to see that knee shot. Low forward again. Xian has been mad susceptible. Some of these big exposures down below. We get the forward throw. Chrisitarian driving up on in there.
Yeah, Chris, I think he's like these delayed light strings have got to stop Xian pressing buttons back. So we'll see if Christie tries to get a bit greedier with his pressure strings.
TP. Oh no, again!
Yeah, he was below that 3 bars, right? Didn't want to send the drive rush cancel.
It's facts, good observation.
Little surprised he didn't commit to something after, but Kaba lets a scream out as the Fierce connect because he knows Bandits takes it home. Chris T solidifying the win, putting Xian away, and that is going to be a 2-0 victory. Yes, and Bandits, like we talked about, right? You know Mena is going to be so happy because of the rest of the squad picked up the weight that he didn't carry this time. Amazing stuff for the brethren.
What was that blood-curdling scream? It's as if Kaba just witnessed the murder. Technically, he was right.
Yeah.
He did see Chrisitarian take out Xian in the back.
My man hit like the Yipes Suburban Girl scream, bro. Like, that was wild. Man, Kaba just let it out as it connected, but this dude Chris T clean with it. We saw some execution errors from yesterday, nothing today, right? Looks super clean from Chris. Well done to bounce back from that frustrating day one to seal the victory for Bandits.
How wild would it be if we actually got the behind-the-scenes footage and it wasn't even Kaba that made that scream?
I know, right?
Imagine if it was Boost. The idea behind that would be godlike. It'd be so funny.
If Boost screamed like that, bro, I was like, I need to go see a horror movie with you, bro.
Honestly, yeah, dude, that's $1 million scream right there if I ever seen it.
Can we get that like on a soundboard? We could probably sell that to movie studios, honestly. Just put that in the background of scenes.
Dude, that's got to take over for like the Wilhelm scream or whatever,
yeah,
whatever
exactly.
it is. Yeah, that's going to be like the Kaba scream. I like that one much more. Woo! A joyous moment, especially for Mena RD, knowing full well that he could rely on his teammates with the 30-point ball game against Falcons. What a wild showing. NL playing his heart out.
Yeah.
The fight for his life, facing off against the number 2 contenders technically, based off of the previous performances. But man, what an impressive showing from NL. Xian still not really able to grasp the way he wants to play against these players, man.
Yeah, Xian's definitely been struggling so far in SFL, right? Trying to find his groove with the DJ, and it feels like he's trying to fill out a lot of the players. Maybe they should consider, I understand that he's been, like, quote-unquote underperforming just results-wise, but maybe they should consider putting him in the anchor spot because he's playing very slow. He's trying to adjust and really read his opponent and make adjustments from there, right? While in the 2 out of 3 slot, you kind of have to play your game and try to impose your will on the other opponent. It gives you less time to really get these hard reads going, and it feels like Xian just needs a little bit more time to figure out the opponents properly rather than the 2 out of 3 format. So maybe they experiment with that. Maybe they put him on the tiebreaker. Well, they did put him on the tiebreaker here, but maybe they try to put him in the 3 out of 5 or start earlier. But either way, man, what an impressive showing from NL on the Falcons side, and of course, Bandits, man, all the way around there, picking up their captain, uplifting them, and everybody getting the W. While the person who we thought might not lose an entire set this whole tournament did fall to NL. That was just a testament to how well-rounded that squad is.
Yeah, man, I'm really, really thankful to even see that NL had the powers possessed to be able to have Mena RD bleed to kind of really turn it over on their heads in regards, or temporarily. But either way you spin it, man, there's so much potential in regards to every one of these matchups, and I'm really, really glad that we got to see it mad early. There was some merit to what you were saying about Xian, which we'll touch up on in further dates. Let's see if that even comes to fruition. In the meantime, Bandits, the big winners in that extra clutch match, are standing by with Rob TV in that interview.
Okay, all right. And just like that, Team Bandits getting it done. Chris T in the clutch position, getting your first win here. You only played 2 times. Tell us how it feels. We seen the crazy pop off from all of y'all at the end.
Feels amazing, man. I'm just I'm grateful to Christ for all the blessings, for the opportunity. I'm grateful to Bandits for the opportunity, for my sponsor Alcatia. I'm grateful for these guys. They supported me from day one, and just incredible teammates to have, man. It feels amazing to play and win.
Okay, and let me talk to that teammate right there to your left side for 1 second.
Yes,
Mena RD, of course, Chris, you already brought up Bandits in general. Outside of the game, right? What can you say that you guys have done to get your mental together, whether it's yourself or even your organization? How have they supported you?
We've created a culture, man. You know, Bandits already had that culture thanks to, you know, Gabriel in the team over there. And we've tried to translate that into the SFL format. So we make sure that the team knows how Bandits operate and how we can transform a player into a real bandit.
Okay, and as far as being a real bandit, I mean, it seems like almost as if you have a specific process or something like that. You know, earlier you were saying you try to make sure that your body knows what time it is, things of that nature. Even going into the match, we seen you. I don't know. It seemed like you were kind of waking up, or getting into a different zone. What's going on the sports psychology side of things here with Team Bandits?
Honestly, we're trying a lot of things. Me especially, I have like a lot of routines, a lot of things that I do to get in the right mindset. But for my team, there's something that we don't break, and that's the discipline. Every single day, early in the morning, we get together. We talk about this every single night. Late at night, we're still together. So it's just a matter of taking it seriously, and this is serious business, man.
Okay, and you guys are seeing the results of it. Team Bandits, everybody is firing on all cylinders. You seeing my man's big boost, all smiles. Chris T with the big dub. Bandits is looking like a force to be reckoned with. Let's send things over to our commentators.
Man, building culture, brother. You love to see it. And once again, another excellent promo from NRD. But I just love the messages that were being sent with that, right? And if you follow these guys closely, you know they all very much value each other as people, as game players, as everything, right? Boost is always in Chris T's chat. Chris T's always in Boost's chat. Mena and Kamba have been damn near inseparable since we've seen them, right?
Since birth.
Yes, exactly. And Chris T has been rolling with Bandits for quite some time as well, right? So you get that easy acclamation of Boost coming in. He has a rapport with Chris already. And it's just so sick to see how they were built. And that was the most Mena RD has smiled this entire tournament after he lost. That just shows you how proud he is and how much he cares about the success of his teammates. That was awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean, I love the cultivation of the team as well. We talked about building that culture. Big shout out to Damaso, Nicole, Gabriel, those guys all a part of Blink Respawn, putting on for their scene and also gaining their spot as a CPT premier. Again, a lot of hard work goes into the FGC because of all the individuals revolving around this camp, and I'm very, very proud to see them successfully make it through to Street Fighter League season after season after season. But it's still only two days pretty much in the books with Bandits specifically. We still have one more match to go to, but it's not without being paying good recognition and obviously gratitude towards the sponsors that have been a very pivotal part of Street Fighter League US. One of them being SteelSeries, right? The pro players have won more prize money using SteelSeries gear than any other brand, and you could take that to the bank as they are the most winning brand in esports history, and for good reason, right? These guys have been rocking their headsets for a multitude of different seasons, whether it's here, whether it's on the CPT. Obviously, they're doing it right.
Yes, indeed. You know who else is doing it right? Corsair, baby. They bring in the Nova Blade Pro into the SFL as the official controller of SFL Pro US. You can get ready to witness the fastest inputs in the FGC, courtesy of the Nova Blade Pro. Sharpen your reaction times with the rapid trigger technology as well from Corsair. It's a beautiful controller, man. We've been highlighting it all week long so far. We're going to continue to do so in the next couple of days. If you're looking for a leverless, you can't get better than this on the market right now. Big ups to Corsair coming through, making it the official controller of SFL US.
You know, as hype as that is, I definitely want to test that out. Do you realize what match is coming up next, dude?
Oh, man. Well, you know what? I think we're going to get 2-game versus FlyQuest, and you're going to get to see that. And you have the opportunity to see all these matches in person if you come in through to the studio. You can scan the QR code. You can go to Capcom Fighters and get your tickets there. You can do all kinds of stuff to where you'll be in the studio. You can have a chance to chop it up with me or Vicious and just in general feel the electricity and atmosphere of these matches, because nothing compares to being here in person, bro.
Oh, yeah. We have actually some very special international guests in attendance. I don't know if you guys recognize them, but also a pivotal part and a plethora of different esports. They happen to stop by for Street Fighter League US, so if they do watch this back, glad to see you guys here in Burbank, California. In the meantime, again, we are getting ready for an epic showdown. Yet again, you thought it was over?
Whoa,
Hell no!
man,
We got FlyQuest versus 2-game coming up right after this break. I guarantee you, you don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Red Bull gives you wings.
If our meal is to survive, our people need help now. I will not idly sit on the throne as our nation faces its death. Our village has long kept these canines as our wards. This is a threat to our very way of life.
You're not the only one here who's curious about Lady Amara.
The future of Azuria rests on your shoulders, and you sat yourself down right in front of an assassin. Are you out of your mind?
The Living Mountain, Yamatsukami.
Riddles, this is your first time being here on Street Fighter League. I gotta ask just, you know, you started off dominating, 2-0, perfect, double perfects, all of that. How is that you started off so strong, and did you expect to, given the pressure of the moment?
I mean, I'm always very confident against Guile. I always thought that matchup was even. Everyone thinks that Terry loses, but I always thought that was like an okay matchup. And historically, I always do good against Guile. So I was feeling pretty confident, and I wasn't that nervous either.
So we've seen you, of course, you're actually already a famous player from other titles, well accomplished, before you even came over to the world of Street Fighter 6. How has that transition been? Because the game you came from is, some people even, no disrespect, do not kill me on Twitter. People even argue if that's a fighting game or if that's FGC or not, right? So how's the transition been? And what's your opinion on that?
I get this question a lot.
I can imagine.
Well, people don't know this, but I've actually been playing Street Fighter for a long time, for a couple of years. Not like seriously, but I started with Street Fighter 5. Like that was like my first like online Street Fighter. Yeah. Not like Ultra Diamond or something. I was a scrub. But like, trash. But buddy, even this game. No, but like, yeah, I've always played other, like I played Street Fighter 2, Third Strike casually, right? And it's all because of a certain character from that other game that I was able to get into Street Fighter, actually. So going into Street Fighter 6, you know, the first one I started taking really seriously, I was feeling, you know, I really do feel like one of my biggest strengths as a player is the fact that I've been going to tournaments since I was like 12 years old. So I'm 22 now. So it's almost been like 10 years of just going to tournaments and having like that type of tournament pressure that I actually feel very comfortable when I'm in this scenario, like in a tournament scenario, in person especially. So yeah, that's why I feel confident.
Pretty much a young veteran.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then last thing, I know that you're somebody who, like, even over at EWC, I was right there in person when you won the qualifier, which you flew yourself out there and all of that. You wear your heart on your sleeves. Do you believe that that level of emotion that you have is necessary in order to be great, at least for yourself? Because like if it goes bad, it hurts you a lot, but when it goes good, you love it, obviously.
That's an interesting question. I've always thought about that. Like, if like playing with emotion is good, I feel like there needs to be a balance. Like, obviously, like, I mean, it's fun to be emotional when you play the game, but obviously it can backfire as well. So it's like a double-edged sword. Like, it can power you up. It can, you know, you can backfire sometimes if you get frustrated too much. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's all about just like trying your best, having fun. That's what I try to do. I try to think about the game as much as possible, not think about other emotional factors alongside with it. So that's how I feel.
I've actually watched your YouTube short where you talked about that concept too, of like not getting nervous in tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Riddles, the young OG, and we're about to see how they can do up against Shopify Rebellion. Let's go ahead and send things over to our commentators.
Oh, man, bro. I love hearing from Riddles, of course. Amazing to just hear some details of his journey, right? Talking about going to tournaments since he was 12 years old, and he's 22 now. So that's what's kind of... Yeah, that's what's kind of crazy about the FGC is that we have a lot of young cats that are in, like, their early to mid-20s that have been around for 10 to 15 years already, right? Like, it is wild to think about that, but it's so cool to see it. And we'll see if we get to see a match from Riddles here up against 2Game as they're coming through double 80 bombs. They're in the lead by a significant margin. And let's look at the order. Sending Shaka up first. Go. You love to see it, bringing the Dawson into play. This guy, if you're unfamiliar, has been playing Dawson for years and years and years. Like a decade plus at this point. Is a Dawson specialist, extremely dangerous. Brian Job following him with the DJ, and then Blas on the Sagat in the anchor as per usual, while they got Juninho Ross waiting for that tiebreaker match if necessary. And we got Nephew is going to be the answer to Shaka's Dawson to start it off.
I really enjoy the fact that it's going to be that Nephew, right? We talk about a lot of the strengths that Jury does have up close, but closing the gap is one of the biggest concerns, right? Having one of the furthest reaching drive rushes in the business can also be a very big opener against Shaka. It's really up to him to be as active as possible to prevent from that single measure from happening, and also what the defense is going to be like once Jury does get in your business, especially in the corner. We've seen the likes of Torimeshi, YC Mochi play off against a plethora of Juries, and even other characters that are really inclined to smother other characters really, really well. I want to see whether or not he resorts to delaying some of his button presses or resorting to even some of these moments where he could instant jump drill for a punish counter in case you know, maybe after a block standing medium punch. That's going to be the biggest thing on defense. Yo, we got the Booger Man green. I like that. One of my favorite colors. Look at him pop.
See if Nephew can pick him out. We shall see.
Shut up, Ringe. What do you mean? Oh, sorry, I'm gonna mute.
Right now, Shaka is definitely going to be looking to establish some spacing right. I've been talking about how the Dawsons have been cooking. You know, we've got some time with the game now. They need some time to really enhance this character to their fullest potential, and we see it now, right? YHC Moshi and Tori Meshi making EWC Mr. Crimson with an amazing run at Evo France, and now Shaka's going to get the chance to shut down Nephew here at SFL.
Oh, I like that too. A little bit of a check. Yo, and the Lance, excuse me. So he is very active, right? Even against the Firebell, he'll do the drill, sorry, the mummy drill, really into like teleport, just to kind of keep Nephew away and not allow him to pursue after the Fireball. Really, really smart, and also just being ready with the Yoga Lance. And also the defensive measures, blocking out the overhead, staying active in the air. I'm really enjoying this right now.
Yeah, and then using like the OD Fireball. Oh, but Nephew dropped it. That's such a heartbreaker. Homie drop for a drop. It's all good. Riddles knows about those. Oh, here we go. Pick him up. Oh, try to fake him out, right? And then just go for the throw. Shaka, though, shuts down the air approach via the OD Fireball. Slide with the meatiest.
Oh, back medium, forced to eat that Yoga Flame afterwards. Nephew, very good call to parry it. Not going to take too much damage to the drive gauge. Shaka trying to be active with Yoga Fires. Roundhouse is coming out, canceling back and forth. Now the Arch. He's trying to set up the platformer for Nephew to navigate around. We do have temporary success. Can it equate to anything more? It's a bunch of drops or the resets. Either way you spin it, Nephew coming away with round 2.
Yeah, we talked to Nephew about that thing earlier. We did not come to a conclusion.
He
was so ambiguous with his decision.
He was trolling, man. He's like, that sort of +1.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but that doesn't answer the question, dude.
And then he looked back and like smirked at us. So yeah, we have no idea. But Shaka right now looking to prevent anything like that from happening. Both players with 3 bars as well. I think part of the reason setting Nephew up right is because he's got great reactions. You can see him whip punish the long lives. You can see him react perfect parry to so much of what Dawson wants to do as well.
But it's now Nephew at the deficit, both in life and in drive gauge. Shaka, how do you force the burnout? You don't. That is unfortunately the answer. Nephew was ready with that perfect parry on the way in, zooming with that medium kick, applying that pressure of +1s. Again, it's exactly that moment we were talking about. No level 3 in sight, unfortunately, for the side of Shaka. However, Nephew being able to dump out the rest of that, securing game 1, immediately getting out of the seat. Shaka trying to consult his bench.
Yeah, Shaka, I think, does it there as well, right? Because he presumes that Nephew is going to expect him to just sit there and block, right? Because he got a lot of life. In those situations where you have a lot of life and you're cornered, usually people tell you to take the throw, right? So presumably you take a couple of throws first and then you do a gambit. But this time Shaka tried to beat him to that, right? Try to expect that Nephew would continue to pressure him, and he just didn't. Great job by Nephew hitting the brakes, giving himself a space before continuing the pressure to bait out a reversal.
I did misspeak, rather, actually, when it comes to like the pressure that Jerry does present. It is +2, right? Very similar to Sagat's sending medium punch, too. So being able to medium punch is going to be a big deterrent against Shaka, throwing out some of these lights. So again, highly advised that you check your frame data, ladies and gentlemen. +2 is what medium punch is on block for the side of Jerry, hence why Shaka's just so reluctant. But I mean, I will say, somewhat of the defense, not too bad in game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he makes an adjustment here or there. Start finding solutions to these problems are right there. Cut off the roundhouse attempt from Nephew. Great job from Shaka. Already bouncing back, right? He plays at such a high pace for the Dawsons, but that's what you gotta do on this character.
I've never seen Dawson do his like celebration dance, actually. Like, after he did a full 360. Did you see that, by the way? And there wasn't even like a stretchy 360 where he like wraps himself back around into position. That was just straight up Michael Jackson style.
I was gonna say it was a pirouette. Oh, here we go though. Level 1, of course, tag on some damage. Always talk about that. Dawson's utility when it comes to level 1, allowing him to tack on damage with so many hits. But man, Nephew's been so clean with these whip punishes.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things that you could highlight against Shaka. He has to be really cognizant of his spacing with some of these longer range normals. We do get the punish counter throw into the corner. OD uppercut response from Nephew to clear that space.
He's keeping him low on that drive as well with all this pressure. Sent the OD, but it didn't connect fully. Tough break for Nephew right there. Shaka exploiting the weird Dawson habits. And yeah, I mean, you can do nothing but smile at that, right?
You know, unfortunate circumstance for the side of Nephew. It did hit, after all, but you got the stretchy limb version, right? You're not going to get like the full-on body of Dawson. You're not going to get that full connection for the rest of that dive kick. And Shaka willing to take that, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
To tie it up in a game.
I was going to say, that's part of, like, the benefits of playing Dhalsim is, like, getting hit at these weird angles where opponents either drop their combo or moves don't convert right. Oh, but no drop in there. Nephew again, another sick whip punish on the long limb.
Right, we talked about that activity coming in from Shaka. You still have to keep in mind your distance, man. Nephew, more often than not, has sniped out all these limbs that have whiffed, by the way. Also trying to attempt a little bit of a reaction from Nephew. We saw a little bit of that teleport from Shaka well within place. Not even going to try to zoom on in there just yet. However, the drill, teleport, pretty standard operating procedure for Dhalsim.
Indeed, man. Now the pressure is going to start being applied here. Set the fireballs, want to keep him locked down. Caught Nephew trying to escape. Oh, that was not supposed to be a fireball, but nonetheless, Shaka gets the counter hit afterwards, sends the level 1 to put himself on set point.
Damn, son. I love seeing the double Yoga Blast. That builds a bad bar from Shaka. His offensive, I want to say his offensive routes have been pretty damaging. Damn, dude, you're whiffing that roundhouse again?
I know, right? He's been
You're whiffing that medium punch again? Oh!
That time again, that's what we talked about, though, the benefits of Dhalsim. Sometimes things don't work out how they're supposed to. Nephew didn't get a full conversion off that whiff punish, holding the parry here. That was so slick, by the way. Really ambiguous as what Shaka was going to do afterwards. He pushed Jury out of the way for the rest of the fireball to continue on. Man, and Shaka's winning this drive gauge war. Oh, the OD Yoga Flame upwards. That's so much damage. This guy's sick. Yeah. Force the burnout. I like that. Shaka getting the drive reversal, create some space for himself rather than just eat the block pressure. Help me. Now we're in the corner here. The level 1 isn't going to do much help either. And now Nephew, he actually burned himself out, though. So no opportunity at a DI sneaks in, but yeah, that fireball's a combo breaker. Shout out to Hado. Oh, level 3 is baited and blocked. Shaka, he's got enough damage. Takes it 2-1 in his debut in SFL as well. 2G's roster is just looking too damn good right now. He has been a big question mark thus far up until this point, but Shaka looking rather comfortable in a matchup I feel like could be quite smothering. Excellently played from the side of the Dhalsim main. Man, they can't lose right now, bruh. Shaka coming in. That was so clean, man. This is what we talked about, right? Shaka, he's been playing this character for decades, bro. He is a Dhalsim specialist. He's always going to have the matchup advantage in terms of experience, right? Dhalsim is just too much of an underrepresented character for you to have as much matchup experience against Dhalsim as Dhalsim has much matchup experience against you. Unless you have, like, a very much a Dhalsim sparring partner, right? Otherwise, the Dhalsim player is always going to have that experience advantage. Right, I'm just thinking about it, like, just based off of the US alone, right? Like, what other Dhalsim mains can you really hit up? I know, like, Breezy Man's very active with his character. I've seen a lot of his highlights on Dhalsim, but in general, highly underrepresented, and I think that's a very pivotal point to make, right? You've seen some of these attempts coming in from Nephew. You understand, like, the basics of trying to contest against Dhalsim. Like, if he whiffs a normal right in front of you, I'm definitely going to be able to contest it, right, with option select timing. But overall, man, the coverage that Shaka had down pat with both the Yoga Blast, the supers, and also the maneuvering, it's been really well thought out against Nephew. Yeah, absolutely. Like, being able to get the slide in on that one jump in and squeeze in the OD Yoga Flame in the sky before actually getting jumped in on, like, it just shows a level of expertise and awareness with the character that is few and far between. Excellent stuff from Shaka to start it off for 2 game. Picking up right where they left off. They don't know what losing feels like at SFL right now. Another dub on the board, and now FlyQuest is going to send another combatant into the field to, I believe, face Brian Job. I saw Brian Job getting up ready to be the second player in this match. And they're sending Punk to God. Word? Wow. Damn. They want to put a damp into their record real quick. Can they do it? Punk, the God, coming up next after a very slight moment against NuckleDu from that Shopify Rebellion matchup, falling 2-3. If Punk doesn't want to play Viper, I can understand why. I think Cammy having to come to Sagat is a very scary, and Sagat can always obviously just explode you with the amount of damage output and the expertise, the like nuanced footsies of Blaz, right? It's going to be tough for Cammy to just get into range of what she wants to do. And he's got these big, high-hitting buttons that can hit her out of dive kick a lot. So I think that's primarily why they don't want to send Punk up against Blaz and Sagat, rather just do it now and try to put a dub on the board for FlyQuest. And to kind of like touch up extra on what you had initially started off with, like C-Viper may not be
ready enough for someone like Blas with how like studied he is for like a ton of the other characters. So it still begs the question: would Blas have been able to rebuttal against the Sea Viper? Right? Would he have enough time in this moment from her release to have that strategy against her? We're not going to know just yet. Maybe it's going to be reserved for the second run back in this. In I guess the continuation in December, but setting up Punk either way, not a bad look. I do like this a lot coming in. He has plenty of experience against DJs. In fact, he played off against one of the main DJs, obviously Knuckle Dew, in previous seasons. So I think that's going to be something well in the back of his mind. But we'll see. Brian Yaba's given so many different looks with this character.
Oh, man.
We might see a different equation, different outlook.
Yeah, Brian's had like this aggression on this DJ that we haven't seen a lot from a lot of people. And already taking those plus frames and establishing the throw early. And it's a calculated aggression, right? He doesn't just like go balls to the wall, just throw it out, try versus or anything like that. He really picks his spots well. Nice challenge on the feint air slasher though from Punk.
Trying to play the game as well. You see Brian Yob really trying to tantalize like Punk in a position where he throws out light kicks right in front of his face to see if he'll react accordingly. Uh-oh!
That was unfortunate for Punk right there, and Brian's going to get his first significant hit of the match, which leads to corner as well. Sobot just out of range. Punk tried to shimmy him, honestly.
Dude, that's rather difficult to react to, the crouching medium punch being so swift from the side of DJ. Just threw two of them in a row. Dive kick not going to help out Punk just yet. Brian does get whiff punish off of the medium kick, and it's a sweep. OD jackknife, really trying to send out a message rather early. The aggression continues on from Brian.
Waits for the own reversal that time. Punk didn't give it to him. Sweep, blocked, and punished outright. Brian just needs one more pixel. That's why he tries to force the DI. Great parry. Oh my! But the neutral shimmy from Brian. Walking in, walking out, two-stepping on him.
Two-step for two game. I get it. You know, Brian trying to initiate with the sunset heel. You actually saw Punk interrupt that outright. The double back roundhouse. You could do like the upper. Help me out. Yes, sir.
Bit. Brian, though, he's been so on point with these anti-airs, and it gets Cammy. That is an impressive thing to do. Beats him to the button that time.
Double jackknife over, back roundhouse with the feint as well. Still on the same side?
How? Definitely would have got me hit as well. I could have sworn Cammy would have landed on the opposite side.
He was holding his charge, and he walked back as Punk went airborne. I think he would have easily been able to clear out any sort of approach, even dive kick with the jackknife. Even OD at that. He had so much drive gauge to him.
Yeah, and I really like Punk as well after that jump in light connects, just going with the crouch fierce right, blowing up the fuzzy defensive delay timing. He knew he needed more than a throw to get that round.
True.
Oh man, the walk forward jab game of Punk, the best in the business.
Trying to expose the lows. You get the throw, minimal damage taken out of what the potential damage could have been from the side of Punk had he landed that little medium kick earlier. But Brian cleared the space quite well up until this point. The Sobot does get whiff punish. The lows into the three.
Love it as well. I like this decision a lot. It's going to completely switch the drive gauge situation in Brian's favor. Obviously going to bring the life a lot closer as well. The hesitation blowing up Punk's delay timing. Oh, the sunrise heel. He tried it. It was just off the mark. Punk picking his spot perfectly right there. Brian had been fishing for that a lot at that space. Neutral jump allows for a huge starter and the kill.
It's the second time it's been interrupted. The first time with a normal faster than we could get the execution out, or at least the active frames out. And then this time around, the neutral jump. What a good call. And also, it's hard to predict in that space whether or not Brian's going to go off with that normal, right? It's been like in that spacing where Sobot could be a problem, crouching medium punch for a counter punch, even like a sweep. Very difficult. Juninho was coming over like the hockey when trying to yell at his players.
Yeah, Juninho was like motioning for a certain move, and then Brian like turned away, and Juninho was like, all right, whatever, you're not gonna listen to me? Fine, do your thing.
You get the headsets on, Playboy.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Well, let's see now.
Ooh, a big whiff punish. I love seeing that roundhouse connect in a whiff punish fashion too. Just so much plus for that.
I think that like emotion that Juninho was saying was maybe to throw more. Well, there you go right there. He doesn't try to start establishing the throw, and there's another one. That could be exactly what he thought of as we get 3 in a row for Brian. I was able to decipher whatever the hell that was.
I don't know if anyone's ever told you, but you're kind of a genius. I would have never guessed it.
You just pick me in charades, bro. I got you. You already know.
We're gonna get you to the Florida house. That's for sure.
Yeah, most def.
Oh.
Nice job. Yeah, just starting to harass with those stand medium kicks, right?
Oh, sunrise, sunset. Either way, the heel gets stomped out again.
One of those. Oh, nice jab.
I'll say sunrise because it comes from down below first.
Yeah, I think because it's sunset wheel for Laura's thing, and I think sunrise heel for him. But either way, we get the burnout on that punish. He baits out the super as well. Brian's got so much meter here, but it's not going to be enough to kill, so he's going to holster it for the next potential hit.
Damn, that's so much damage on a double crouch and heavy punch.
Just the throw again. He tried to fool him that time, but instead he just takes the plus frame funky slicer because of the burnout, and that's plus as well. He just goes for the chip kill. Brian, beautiful identification early, and he's going to send this to a final game.
Damn, both bouncers checking IDs at the door. Oh. You saw the quick introduction coming in from Punk. From that stand jab, Brian taking his paces, taking his strides. Now we do get the drive rush in for that throw. And also now implementing the sways, right?
Yep. Indeed, starting to look like the sways a lot more, trying to manipulate Punk's expectations that time. Just out of range of the throw. It's a huge reward for Brian. Oh, man, establishing the throw again. Waits for him that time, and then just walks out of his throw. Brian Yob on a set point for 2G.
That was near perfect, by the way. The damage to the mental has been implemented based off of the coaching from Juninho Ross. Again, the sun sets for DJ instead.
Shut that down. Punk's a night owl after all. Oh, another anti-air here. He's not going to let Brian escape the corner for free.
Get these throws on going. Oh.
Dash forward, but yeah, the screen freeze kind of allowed Punk to see that he was in the middle of the dash while he did the drive rush. Checks that one. Punk here, forcing a final round with a perfect.
Real spicy. I like that. Punk, again, with a lot of that control, backing away as soon as his turn is over. And I like that he gets that uppercut because he is allowed to enforce that dash and into that pressure even more so. But now knocking on the door a little bit. Does catch the punish counter sweep. Very trademark of him. We get the forward throw now. Brian, both actually just staring into each other just temporarily. Uh-oh.
That's so bad, but yeah, the dive kick gets so high, right? Punk just opted for the throw instead, and he couldn't check the drive rush. Brian now maybe turning up the tempo a little bit. Again, establishing the throw earlier. We're going to do it again. Yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness, bro. We know. Oh, he actually hit him out of the dive kick. You are kidding me, Brian. What a read in that scenario. Puts him on death's door here. He's going back to establishing the throw. Can he do it? Waits for a second. Backdash clip, but it was too far.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness, no flinching.
If Brian gets his turn.
You're right. Oh, and he checks the quick spin. Brian Yaw putting Punk the God away. And once again, setting 2-game up for yet another 40 bomb.
There's no shot. There's no shot you score 120 points in the first 2 episodes of Street Fighter League US. There is absolutely no way anybody could have predicted this.
We need the statisticians on that. Has this ever happened before? If they do accomplish this, has anybody ever gained this amount of points through 2 rounds of Street Fighter League?
Yo, the coach confirming with Brian Yob immediately afterwards. It's like, you know, I could have gone for more throws.
Yeah, honestly, right? Yeah.
Like, what was mad impressive was him implementing the strategy in such a short amount of time, and also like the follow-ups afterwards. Like after you have implemented that into Punk's brain in that strategy, it's like, what do you do to counter all the other measures? And he's done so successfully, despite him not traditionally able to get like plus frames off of like Sunrise Heel and allow his pressure. Outside of that, outside of those mini errors, he played it near flawless.
Legitimately, bro. Like I can't wait. I need to see the replay at the end, right? He establishes all these throws. And what is Cammy's main answer to getting thrown on Wake Up, right? She likes to do the jump into OD dive kick. It is a super fantastic answer to anybody trying to go for throw. And I want to see it at the end. I don't know if we're going to get to see it here because I think this is the final moment, where he checked him. But Brian, to get into that point, right, he walked up after establishing a couple of throws in the corner, and he walked forward even more and hit that stand medium punch, knocking Punk out of the dive kick to try to counter the throw again. Like, bruh, that was so sick,
like
dude.
The timing of it, the spacing of it, it catches both options, either a backdash or the dive kick.
Yeah,
either way, he's covered his ground. It's so smart. Brian is really putting DJ back on the map for Street Fighter League US, and it is easily no contest that he is probably the premier DJ right now.
Yeah. And man, that was such a cool match. And now, I mean, FlyQuest, They are setting up one of their players to try to keep this set alive. Psycho is coming to the stage in the most clutch moment of his Street Fighter League US career so far, because obviously he was at the World Championship, so I don't want to say the world. But of course, the US version going up against Blaz to try to keep FlyQuest alive and force a tiebreaker match.
And we've seen Psycho come through for these very clutch scenarios. He's been in the anchor position before, and he's also thrown his opponents off guard. There are a couple of looks that he can give that are very untraditional, very unorthodox towards how his approach of Kimberly is, right? There's been so much control coming in, or not control, but like so many different potential mixes coming in from Psycho. I really want to know if like Blaz has been exposed to it, right? There's so much you could study on paper and via like watching some of these videos from Kimberly, like studying the tapes, but like how much of the practice do you have against someone's playstyle like Psycho?
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how Blaz kind of navigates this, as well as Psycho, what he does to try to get his game going up against the Sagat.
It's a really bright stage, by the way.
Indeed,
it's like woken me up.
I'm seeing everything.
Yeah, dude. Bright yellow.
Oh, he's just taking the throw so far. Blaz going to try to build some of his drive meter back up, perhaps. Another check on the run pressure. Nice.
Damn, at the edge. The forward throw. Knocking on the doors a little bit. Try to interrupt this Blaz. Oh boy.
Then pressing on the plus frames again, right? We've seen Psycho get clipped by that a couple of times so far in SFL, where he tries to get close, like he micro walks forward, looks for something else, and these players are challenging after that roundhouse, man.
I love that he went for like the forward extension just in case he didn't kill for like an extra juggle because of the drive gauge he has left. I can hear Sanchez screaming. He's like, this guy's got gusto!
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And Blaz cornered, but he honestly,
that's the one! I totally forgot about that! Being able to clear the space of that Tiger Knee very consistently with that slide. I don't think that's going to be like a factor against Psycho, right? Blaz is have to kind of check that off the list. It's like, I no longer can really throw out some of these Tiger Knees. There's a lot of startup on those bad boys, and Psycho could just easily slide his way past it. And also Blaz committing to the target combo, by the way.
Interesting. Expecting Psycho to be so like quick with his response. Gonna press a button after the first that medium kick, tried to catch him committing to that, but now blocked it out here. Now Psycho getting the install here, and again, right, the Tiger Knee and the slide passing like two ships in the night.
And Blaz, he's definitely smiling it off. He's like, I can't believe you actually got that consistently, man. Let me test you one more time. Oh, you got it? My fault, Playboy.
Super sick to see right there. Obviously, that's just a frame kill knee. Gets Psycho to have pressure right upon him yet again.
Oh, trade-off! The most dangerous trade!
Yeah, you cannot trade with this man, bro.
It's a Charizard for a Caterpie.
That boy's a guy like Oklahoma City Thunder. Stop trading with them, bro.
Uh-oh.
That's how they got all those picks in the first place.
Casey, put the Twitter down.
Screw you, Paul George.
Damn, son.
Oh, but this time, slid a little bit too close, perhaps. Betting that Blaz was going to bust out the Tiger Knee, but he didn't, and you're paying dearly for that wrong bet, fam. 1-0 for Blaz.
Trying to slide on in. The DMs are closed against Sagat. My man is focused on the battle alone. I like that. Again, the potential damage output that Sagat gets off of single hits is just so daunting.
Yeah, there ain't no there ain't no DMs to slide into for Sagat. You know, he don't use social media.
That's facts. He don't even have a phone.
Yeah.
He relies on his Tiger.
The trade combo again here. After he did catch Psycho when he committed to that target combo again. Blaz caught him the second time after the first time got punished.
Call out too towards the follow of the Tiger Nexus, knowing that where there is a gap, he is able to press.
Oh, and then the OD run follow-up this time does catch Blaz a check attempt. This time, yeah, he was trying to frame trap him with a regular follow-up, but Blaz keeping it holstered for now.
Well within range for a whiff punish. Now Psycho slowly trying to inch his way forward towards Blaz. A little weary though. He's looking for like either a medium kick, crouching heavy punch. Oh, now that he knows, he sees the timidity from Blaz, it's his time to go! I like that, the ambiguousness of that side switch.
Blaz looking for a parry again. He wanted that perfect parry to perhaps throw Psycho back into the corner.
Oh, punish!
Wow, I can't believe that stand medium kick didn't reach on the overhead. Blaz, oh, beautiful usage of the Tiger Nexus to get out of the pancake range, but it's okay. Psycho still clutches out that round. Paint can range.
I was so confused. I was like, I thought.
It's like pan can.
I thought I heard that incorrectly. I'm like, dude, SFL Japan's really catching up to me.
Wow, and then, yeah, giving Psycho enough room to just walk up, press a button. You can tell Blaz playing very patient.
Oh, trade-off! Oh, I thought he was going to get a trade combo. It's still pressing buttons upon the approach. Blaz fighting some of these subtle counter hits.
Yeah, he's somehow been able. Oh,
Excuse me? How did you whiff punish that?
While she was mid-air, bro. That was nuts. We are going to pop off with the level 1, though. That is going to catch Blaz. No cans to follow it up with, though. Psycho needs those.
OD.
Oh, love that. The OD run baits out the reversal from Blaz right there. Psycho put him in burnout as well. He tried the level 2. He sent it, thinking Psycho was going to pursue, but what a double bait out to tie up the set.
The nod of approval from Blaz, a little bit of a head scratch. He's like, all right, you got me. Again, stopping out the drive rush. With these crouch jabs, you drive rush forward, you sure do. Delay, actually drive reversal coming in for the side of Psycho. Punish counter, what is happening?
Yeah, surprised that slide was out of range. Surprised the throw was also a little miscalculated.
Maybe it could have been a bait, right?
Yeah, true.
We have seen those a couple of times over. A counter hit on the slide. Now the counter hit on the throw. Blaz trying to sneak in a lot of buttons. Psycho keeping it much tighter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the throw getting blown up. The cans, though.
Oh, and yes, the second one allows for the follow-up. Psycho covering all his bases right there. You don't think this man got insurance? You better learn today. Psycho, 1 round.
You don't think this man has the credentials?
So I'm saying,
he's not even worried. The 2 paint cans? He's like, I'm not even worried, bro. I love that clip of him, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Certified.
Blaz here. Already has Psycho on the corner, though. Oh, but not for long. Even tried the crouch shot. I think he was expecting Psycho to empty jump out. Not exactly sure.
It's either that or like maybe a missed input on a DP, perhaps. Perhaps.
Yeah,
right?
it could
only
just
theorize.
Could just be missed DP for sure.
Just delay the timing now from Psycho, sneaking it in. Wait, this guy's way under the age of 20.
And beautiful, that's why he resets him right, identifying that he couldn't kill with the combo he had, but if he did land a DI reset, that was gonna be 2 dubs on the board. Psycho, first time I think Blaz has really trailed in SFL.
We don't want it if it's too free, right? 2G has been taking care of every team thrown their way thus far. Psycho is the only one to really force Blaz into this awkward scenario. The Kimberly with the mix, we talked about it, right? Completely unorthodox at moments. He's not gonna cash out in full potential damage. He's gonna get a lot of these resets and really fluster you.
Yeah, we know Blaz for the Ryu primarily, right? He's actually staying with the Sagat, has the chance to switch, but is not going to. Right now, though, he's getting smothered in the corner yet again.
For the rest of the target combo, just trying to pursue. I like that! Taking liberties with the medium punch, not against Psycho. Oh, you're hella dead. We're looking at match point for Psycho, or at least, yeah, for this match, we still have the potential tiebreaker, right? That's scored down below.
100%, but Psycho, that's what he's fighting for right now, to force that tiebreaker. Oh, you tried to check the drive rush. Your mistake.
Golly. The knee and the crunch on the audio and the visuals, everything about it. Medium kick, Psycho doesn't give a damn.
Indeed, right, not discouraged whatsoever, and he's gonna let the level 3 ring out here. Switch the drive situation around, get that install in, perhaps ride this to victory here. Blaz gonna be below the 3-bar threshold now, trying to find some of the meter back with the parry. Oof. Oh, gets caught trying to check the run.
What was that?
Oh no, yeah, a little bit of an error for Psycho. He's returning the head scratch. Both players making sure their scalps are nice and satisfied. Oh my! Both players just narrowly missing their normals. He tried to check, but the Tiger Nexus acted as a frame trap. Huge damage with the HTP.
Oh, no whip punish. Just gonna counter it. What a link into the sweep. That's gonna be a lot of damage incoming.
Gonna get it to the level 1 here. Will it be enough?
He's got the paint can wrench.
Oh yeah, that is gonna be it. Psycho, no, it's not. Oh, and then Blaz somehow. The magic pixel is enough to check the pressure. He's alive.
Glad the magic's out on a Friday.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Oh, and then again, the run check pressure is stuff. Psycho might have to just let the follow-up go.
Oos. Nice little extendo there. The back dash doesn't get checked, however, the lights still peppering in. Blaz, after the medium kick, backs away, just jumps out of the way, too, from that potential back throw from Psycho. Punish counter against the slide. Don't give this man another game to play.
Oh, my goodness, bruh. Level 2 set up here. Take him to the corner. Oh, watch that big damage extension as well. Sets himself up perfectly as well to start the fireball game. If you want to jump, it'll be easily DP'd. Oh, and the backdash against the slide this time. Drive rush right in for the perfect Blas, bruh. What momentum did he build?
All coming away really well too, and I like that fact that he went for the forward ender of the level 2, right? Also while in the corner, being able to juggle and get so much more drive gauge to him and set him up nicely. But now into the final game, what a rebuttal. Medium kick does find the mark. Psycho, how do you ride this momentum? What's going to be the mix? Blas just really risking for us. A ton of jump backs recently against Psycho have been working out.
And the slide interrupted there, and another one. Oh, but the jump, you saw Psycho, he was already convinced of that fierce on the ground.
Just one throw. Want to do it again? Oos.
Oh my goodness, the drive gauge, bro, is getting bullied down. Nice, he lets the level 1 go. Cop Blas trying to throw.
It's one can down, freestyle, we get the teleport on in, checking the movement. We do get him stationary, hence why the throw came out. Buttons upon buttons on wake up from the side of Blas with the jab, crouching medium kick, a deterrent for Psycho temporarily.
See how quick Blas's mind is, man. He thought about that HDP.
No punish!
Yeah, it's so unfortunate for Psycho. Oh, he gets the throw reset again. He knows that combo wouldn't have killed, right? So he looks for the throw. Oh, he doesn't get the combo, but he does get the whip punish with the light kick. Psycho back on set point.
I love that too. Pressing the buttons where Blas is going to be out of range to pursue a follow-up off of his lights. The punish counter against the crouching medium punch. Psycho on all 4 cylinders at the moment.
Indeed, gets the delay again, blowing up Blas's timings on reversal buttons. Oh, big parry. He's going to get the back throw as well to avoid the pain can explosion. Smart stuff. Oh, no! No elbow drops here.
Level 3, the dump out of the damage. Blas, he doesn't. Will he be able to secure the burnout afterwards?
We shall see. It depends also what Psycho can do. It would have worked. Yeah, it would have. But he did not choose to do it, and now Blas burning himself out for this combo, puts him on strike throw, tried to throw him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Psycho here. Doesn't go for the back throw, though. Blas doesn't have any meter. He committed to the pain can, and then backdash the slide again. He's starting to catch on to the slide habit of Psycho. We are at a final round. Again, the backdash to start to punish the slide.
Frame kill for the Tiger, need to close the gap. Psycho covering that option select against the whiff grab. Double crouch mediums. Nice. We're going Vagabond into level 3. This is going to be an excellent start for Psycho. The buffs are there. He does have 1 pain can, a very healthy drive gauge left. Blas looking below the threshold. A single hit will burn him out. Psycho understands the mission.
Indeed here, he's just establishing the throw early. Perhaps they're going to cash in on it later, but Blas is not going to let him do that. The double jab, side switch version of the level 2 as well. Drive reversal immediately from Psycho, right? He's not trying to let Blas get free point blank pressure like that.
We'll let that drive gauge go. He does have just 1 conversion left to land against Blas. Medium kick rings out, does get blocked.
Oh, the Tiger knee is finally there to land for a second, but Psycho, he checks the drive rush. He finishes the combo. Yes, indeed. 3-2 clutch out. Psycho over Blas to force a tiebreaker match. What a day 2 of SFL, man. The 2 players that looked immortal, right? That they couldn't go down. Blas and Menardi, both in those anchor slots, take L's to force a tiebreaker match. That is just a testament to everybody else stepping up and making sure they max that elite level play that those 2 players are bringing.
Woo! Psycho, full range of motion with the character. And yo, he couldn't even wrap up his stick. You know what's crazy too? He was giving daps up to everybody. A lot of soul in that. Nephew came in. He's like, "Hey man, great job." Like, it was the most drywall high five I ever seen. But I love that. I love that for him. They had to double up and make sure to redo it. But I love that. Either way, look at the back and forth between the 2. Right? There were so many moments where Blas was in control of game 1 at the start of game 2 as well. But Psycho, how did that even get clipped?
Yeah, that was nuts. Just being able to thwart that with the crouch medium punch. Psycho with some big reads, man. He did a real good job shutting down a lot of the reversals that Blas tried. And usually Blas is so much more successful in his reversal rate. That was just a testament to Psycho's reads. Great stuff. Had a bunch of resets as well ready for him, right? Whether it be with DI, whether it be with throw. He does such a good job of identifying when he's like 1 combo away from death and he tries to reset you before finishing that actual combo to put you in a kill scenario. It's one of the biggest parts of Psycho's game plan, one of his strongest areas.
Truly, man. And he understands like the dichotomy of like I want to say like offense and defense in regards to Blas, right? He understood like when he wanted to try to pursue depending on how much drive gauge he has, depending on how much super he has. He's done a really great job of withstanding some of the high-end situations, just like this one, right? He was at the deficit for this one and also tried to wear with, or at least try to like hang in there for a little bit, but for the most part too, even trying to get out of the corner, he's like, you know what, I'll take this damage. This is totally fine. You're going to spend the bar now? Well, I'm going to make it hurt even further in the future.
Yeah, right, and then starting to believe the slide a little bit. Yeah, that was point blank.
Okay, maybe not like having that magic pixel. Maybe not. Maybe not. That was Blaz.
This was the final round right there, and yeah, just one last check, right? Sending the stand medium kick, flushed out the execution as well. Very happy to bring home the dub for FlyQuest. Immediately coming home to the squad, they're like, yes.
Damn, everybody in the back. Oh, you saw the dab, right? You saw the hand. My man just put up a piece of paper, essentially. But
if you got dapped up so hard, he just left his hand there. Like, wait, this is how it's supposed to work? But now we got the tiebreaker in the building.
He's AI, bro.
Juninho Ross sitting down for 2 games to try to defend their undefeated record so far, right? No 40 bomb anymore, as FlyQuest put a stop to that. But Riddles is coming through to try to secure the overall victory and keep FlyQuest at the top of the pack.
I will say this, though. Breaking the 100-point barrier on day 2 is something that's been kind of unprecedented. So I think that might be like a record first.
Yeah, definitely, at least for US, right? Maybe EU last year where they had the dominant team of the Birds.
Yeah, ninjas in pajamas.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they did that as well. We'll get our statisticians on it. But right now, this is going to be our last game of the day. Best of 3 to determine who wins between 2G and FlyQuest. Riddles finds the counter hit fierce. We're in the corner, baby.
I like that. Using a longer range startup to catch some of the blade buttons. Look at the life bar just melt. Like, how many interactions has Riddles had thus far against Juninho?
Exactly, man. Oh, and then he's like, you tried to knee a little bit too close, Mon. And Riddles take him down. Round already on the board for FlyQuest, really riding that momentum that Cycle was able to build for the squad. And Riddles, remember, he was the pregame interview right here. He's been ready. He says he feels extremely comfortable in all of these scenarios. Been going to offline tournaments for 10 years. This is where he is built.
Yeah, I feel like high pressure doesn't really bother any of the players on FlyQuest. They've proven that with their army thus far. Riddles, can he solidify his own words? Can he come out with a clutch W and put the first mark, the first L against 2G?
Find out, man.
Oh, help me!
Well, yeah, I was gonna say the power wave. You are not gonna escape that via the flash knuckle, but that's not what he was looking for. Oh, level 2 now for the beast mode. That is gonna put him in burnout as well. He's below 1 bar of drive. Oh, my bad.
It's gonna be guaranteed. Okay! Oh. I like that. You know, Juninho waiting for a reversal just in case was mad smart. Like, if Riddles had done like maybe OD rising tackle and get the momentum for him, that would have been like a huge game changer. So really good cognizant, or really good game sense from Juninho Ross. I like that. The OD sandblast to push him back to the wall splat.
Yeah, exactly right. He saw that the ODs were clashing, so he just went with the follow-up for the sandblast to make sure he was the one that came out on top. Very smart from Juninho. Love the drive reversal as well. More efficient, but you got to commit to it on the crouch medium kick, right? You can't react to it on the drive rush. Juninho, though, commits to his own drive rush cancel off the strong. Have the corner here. Riddles, though, calm, cool, collected, especially with all that meter to his name.
Coming hot. Does secure the burnout. Does have the deficit. There is a gap enough for him to get the rising up or in between. Riddles has to be a little bit more wary of that. He's still going for a lighter crack shoot this time. Yeah, I like that.
Try to jump out, but he still at least DP'd him. He wanted the overhead because that would have killed if it connected. Oh, he tried to get the DI, trying to fake him out with the drive rush first, but Juninho was committed to the level 1. And then the OD, the speed. Bullet.
And even if it didn't kill, you get the follow-up lethal shot. Juninho Ross showing modern reactions on the classic controls. Again, when we first started out this season, not even Street Fighter League, but Street Fighter 6, Juninho Ross had actually been one of the prominent modern Lukes. He had transitioned over to classic now, and I'm loving the speed that he's playing in terms of the reactions, in terms of the pacing against Riddles. It's been all great. 2G, just one more game away to keep the pristine record alive.
So much paces from Juninho as well so far, right? Mainly just light kicks in this neutral instance. All waiting for Riddles to get impatient and trying to force the issue, only to check him down. Ah, and then again, blowing through that with the ODDP, guaranteed in that instance.
He can't even save himself with a crouch jab, huh?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, off of that, I'm pretty sure that's not a true string. Gotcha. I have to double check, though. Oh.
I would imagine so. Like, it's kind of unfair if you were to get like a full target combo with a drive rush, right? I'm block at least.
Oh, sniping right back. This time with the crouch medium kick. Juninho gonna take the side switch for him. Oh, and then just waiting for the perfect moment. I don't know how he beat him to the button that time. But that's the thing with these elite level players, right? They just have a sixth sense on when's the best time to press the button. And it's always right before your opponent. Juninho taking the round and putting himself on set point.
That's been like the name of the game, I feel like, for these last couple of matches, specifically with day 2, right? A lot of the tendencies being blown up. Oh, can't run for that. Oos! Give me the Sean dunk. Oh!
Ouch. It's gonna be bad for Juninho because he was already so low on drive.
Again!
Sick stuff off the perfect flash knuckle. Still getting a parry against it. Oh, and then the fierce brush right to the gut.
Oh. I forgot what Buster Wolf was in Spanish. Damn you, TCC.
Oh, the suppressor right there out of the drive rush. Always so good against the checks.
Oh. Heavy coming in from Juninho. OD, yeah, after the parry. Excellent stuff.
Didn't finish the combo though. He had it. Could have been the kill and could have been the set actually.
Could have been everything on the table. We throw that. Oh, it's too far.
But he didn't get outright punished. He was still on the way. And then trade goes to Riddle's favor just barely.
I wonder if a jumping fierce would have stuffed him out.
Oh.
There's the combo he was looking for. Not going to drop it this time.
Yeah, started off with a light kick pressure, but Riddle's waking up with the buttons. Finds it right back. To the mid-screen we go. Oh, and you ain't going to be able to walk back here. Not against Terry.
Oh, that was a big whiff against Riddles.
Oh, wow. Just barely mistimed that.
Oh. To make a back throw. Riddles rather dry, by the way.
Yeah, very low on the drive meter here. And wow, didn't even try a gambit to protect the end there. Juninho thought he would have parried to protect it, but instead takes a step back. Oh my goodness, will this, never mind. He didn't go for it. Didn't think it would be enough. Oh, and Riddles immediately a payback for when he mistimed something. Juninho just off the mark and pays for it with the game.
I think he's right. I think he was right to not go for that level 3. Yeah. There was such a decent amount of life from the side of Riddles, and Juninho was not in critical territory just yet. That would have just been a regular Super Art 3. Although it was a good call, it's just tough to manage what Riddles is going to do on Wake Up, right?
Yeah, 100%. Big parry. It's the way we would have it, right? When it comes to the tiebreaker scenario, wakes up with a drive reversal on Juninho. Be able to block that out, punish it outright, has the quarter control again here. Backing up just a little bit, maybe trying to bait Riddles into something or just put himself at perfect drive rush range, but the air hit and then the side switch steal.
Damn, we still see that happening. Oil King showed that off a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I'd say once in a lifetime, but we got 2 in the same day. Color me happy.
Oh, and the anti-air on the other side. Exposure!
Down below with the confirms. Riddles has been so good with that low medium kick range too, man.
Yeah, he's precise with it, to say the least. Always clipping the converse on the tip of the toe.
Basta Lobo, that's the one.
There you go.
Found it. Took me a while. We're back, chat.
Searching through the archives. Nice, Juninho. Yeah, his drive gauge is getting massacred by those strings, right? So big perfect parry. Oh, but Riddles finally finds a reversal.
Oh, Basta Lobo.
Caught him right there. Noise.
Beast mode, that's gonna get blocked out. Totally fine with Riddles.
Yeah, did end up burning him out though. But nonetheless, he's still in control here. Oh,
no shot!
Juninho, he sends the DI. Knowing that Riddles is burnt out now, one spine buster. Oh, the OD sandblast, but he's committed to the drive rush, runs into the power wave. Flying Quest clutches it out and gives 2G their first loss of SFL. Oh man, just got too excited when he saw his gambit work out, forgetting about that slow traveling ground projectile.
Man, that's, sometimes you get caught up in the heat of the moment. You know, you would think like maybe I've gotten rid of the fireball with my OD, it's time for me to pursue. Not for Terry, man. What a way to sneak by and get that big W, but it was more importantly, Riddles putting Juninho Ross in that situation.
Man, that was, yeah, that just wild. Back and forth again between these two You know, we didn't even really mention it, but Riddles was a Luke player to start the game, right?
True.
So should have been very familiar with the character, but nonetheless, it feels like the Juninho brand of Luke is very different, and a lot of people are having trouble really catching on to what he does and how to combat it. So even with that experience, it was still a very mountainous task for Riddles to climb, and man, he did it though. Found it. Even down here, right, Juninho, 1 round away from taking it while Riddles was on 0, clutched it out with that trade and then never looked back.
This is the instance where he had a slight hesitation. He mistimed his grab against Riddles for a free whiff punish, coming in with the actual finish.
And that happened
game 2.
That happened right after we saw Riddles miss that crouch medium punch meaty. Remember that too? And then he got blown up for that. Like, just a bit off from both players, a few frames. Yeah, man.
Nephew came in with the funk on the handshake on this time. We love to see the adaptation both in-game and out-of-game. Nice work, Nephew. There was definitely some sort of that high five.
My man, definitely super happy that FlyQuest was able to take the dub, right? Breathing some life into Nephew, always so stoked, but it's so sick to see. Just the celebrations, right? And man, what a story of day 2 where a lot of the players that are thought to be the captains, some of the best players in the world, the default anchor for the squads, right? They end up getting put in these positions where they actually took some L's. Mena took an L today, Punk took an L today, but these players managed to lift them up and bring home the dub. You know that's got to be such confidence built for Mena and Bandits, for Punk and FlyQuest, seeing the teammates do the heaviest of lifting.
Damn, what a way to weave the storylines together. We're going to get back to you in just a bit what the scores are going to look like in the end of it. Man, we had 3 full-on tiebreakers today. That is actually kind of wild. While we go ahead and recover and fix ourselves because we had quite the day, let's go to that interview, the winner's interview with Team FlyQuest, standing by with Roberto Television.
Team FlyQuest just when 2-game was looking invincible. It seemed like no one could stop them, and FlyQuest gets it done. Before we talk to what I would call the man of the hour, my dog Psycho, I gotta ask my man Punk, the matchup strategy. You actually were in the 2nd slot this time instead of the anchor spot. You guys put Psycho up against Bloss. I'm sorry, up against Bloss. Is that because you have Sagat experience, so you can train that? What was the thinking there?
No, Psycho actually just always watches Blas every time they play, and Blas is beating me when we played, so I feel like, you know, it's just the perfect fit. You know, he always destroys them, so, and he proved right there why he was the perfect fit.
Okay, and let me talk to that man right there, Psycho. I already knew what the energy was about to be after that W. You going up against Blas, I mean, the best player on that team, and so far they hadn't even lost a set to anyone. Take us through that, and why did we see such energy after that dub?
Yeah, and I apologize for that. He's a youngin. I shouldn't pop up that crazy. But that Street Fighter League, man, it gets so intense. But yeah, I mean, like, I know how Blas plays, like, down to a T. We actually played a lot. Like, we played a 1st of 10 in Capcom Cup. And I eliminated him at Blink, so I was just really confident. You know, when you got those player matchups and you know, like, you can do it, it's just about you performing at the end of the day.
Okay, and perform you did, and another player who did perform right there, Riddles. I mean, in that extra spot, you know, y'all need those 10 points.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, you get it done. That was a tight set, too. Just take us through what we saw right there.
Well, I wanted to go in because I used to main Luke, right? So I feel very confident going in. You know, even when I was down a game and down a round, I still felt confident that I can still win it. Honestly, he made a lot. I mean, I honestly think we both made a lot of mistakes, but, you know, managed to clutch it out in the end.
That trade anti-air at the end of one of those rounds was crazy, too. Usually I would close it right here, but Psycho, I got to ask you one more question, man. I like the intensity. You know I love the energy you always bring. Right now, 2-game looking crazy, but y'all went and beat them. Bandits looking insane right now. What message do you got to the rest of the teams here? Do you believe that Team FlyQuest is about to walk away Street Fighter League US champions?
Yeah, absolutely. It's no other option. I mean, once we start all firing on all cylinders, like, there shouldn't be a team that has a chance, really.
Talk that talk, and of course they backing it up. This is Street Fighter League US, ladies and gentlemen. You only get this action, this energy right here. Team FlyQuest looking phenomenal. Let's send things over to our commentators.
Yes, sir.
Love hearing that from Psycho right there with the busted out the Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Losing is not an option. beautiful stuff right there. Yeah, my man Riddles had me cracking up. You could tell he was feeling
He
himself
was
after
like,
that time.
what's good?
What's good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Definitely not waste youth material. I'll tell you what, man. This guy, this whole squad too, and also getting Nephew into it. The fact that we got the adaptation between the handshakes, good on you, Nephew. If you watch the VODs, hey man, proud of you, big dog.
Beautiful stuff right there. But man, what a day of Street Fighter League it was, bro. Incredible stuff. And again, we've talked about it before, but Street Fighter League wouldn't be able to happen without all of our lovely sponsors and collaborators, of course, starting with ASUS ROG. You know what it is. You can enter that code ASUS-SFL for a 15% discount at the website right now. You can get there by scanning the QR code as well. Unlock your gaming potential with ASUS ROG monitors, perfect for both console and PC gamers. They offer stunning visuals, fast refresh rates, and ergonomic designs. Exclusive discounts available on ASUS.com to level up your setup today.
No better way than to accompany that with a fine old Brook Gaming Wingman FGC2. You get to play your way seamless on PS5 and PC with support for over 150 wired controllers. Just plug in, play the game. No limits, no hassle. That's exactly what Brook is all about. Again, the Armory is open as the official sponsor of SFL US.
Man, oh man. Big shout outs to our collaborators once again, man. It has been an eventful 2 days, to say the least. What a showing from so many players today. We got to see some of our gods bleed, immortalized, and we're going to see how that all affects everybody going forward in SFL, right? But of course, we are going to take a quick break. We're going to tease what's going to be happening days 3 and 4 and give you everything that you need to know going forward. We'll be right back here on Capcom Fighters.
Chat, thanks for hanging out. I'll assume nobody's here. I'm gonna turn the stream off. Have a good night. Sorry for going AWOL if anyone happens to be here. It was actually a fun stream. I mean, I watched most of all the matches off stream. It was good, man. Go Shopify, man. Have a good night. Hold on. Someone's trying to buy soju with my credit card, man. I gotta get out of here. This is out of control. This is truly unhinged behavior. Hold on, I read the wrong guy. $1,600 high master. Interesting. Yeah, man. Drunk people are wild, dude.